Hi. Happy Sunday, everybody. What is that? Okay. Scroll up. I've never seen that before. I've never played Tengai. To be clear, I've never seen that. Tonight's sponsor is Tengai. Thanks for sponsoring the stream. Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys had a wonderful day. The Lord's Day. Hope you got plenty of rest. Hello, everybody who's claiming. Bidoof, Rookdorf, Freema Boy. Everybody getting their free subs. Love that, man. I really do. I love to see people beating the system and getting their free stuff. Hi, everybody. Free sub event happens right now. You scared me? You thought I was gameplay night again? Well, I might play a little bit later. You guys got a full week of gameplay. No more complaining that I don't play video games. Because my ass did be playing games. A full week of Palworld. Tonight we're just chilling. I got some movies. It's YouTube night. And then maybe I'll be back on Palworld later. You know what's crazy? Apparently there are 10 bosses, like 5 to 10. There's a bunch of bosses. But I can't even beat boss 2. And I think it's supposed to be, like, you're supposed to play a multiplayer and have people come in. But then they have to, like, start over in my world? I don't like that. I don't want them to have to start all over. By the way, this stream is sponsored by HelloFresh. Thank you, HelloFresh, for sponsoring the stream. If you want some great meals delivered to your door, very easy to cook and prepare. Check it out, everybody. If you want to enter feast mode in a major way. I just started playing in Holy. It's a lot of grinding. It's not that bad early. Keep collecting. The main thing to do is catch 10 of everything. Thanks, Royal. Big 39. Are you doing a live cook? Heard you get paid more. I do. I get paid more money if I cook their meal. But I don't think I'm going to be doing that. Because then you guys would laugh at me for my cooking. I would do my best. Everybody would be like, oh, he burnt it. I can't. Look how bad that looks. I would do more harm to my campaign than good. Because there's no way you guys are better cooks than me. And you'd be like, well, if Coney messed it up, how do I trust myself to do it? Thank you, man, on Mount Silver. Thanks for the big 37. You would. You would. You'd be scared. My girlfriend says you look like Prince Eric from the live-action Little Mermaid. What are you talking about? Dude, the white man's face really is just a Rorschach test. I am 10 people all the time. The same 10 people. Who is this? Jonah Howard King. I mean, I guess. Vaguely, I don't... Absolutely not. So annoying, dude. Just a white guy with brown hair. This is my lot in life. I have to suffer through this. It's mostly in the side profile. I mean, okay. Like 20%. I'm just sick of being told I look like people. That's like my least favorite thing about the internet. Can't stand it. It's annoying how people keep thinking I look like attractive celebrities. It's not always attractive, though. You don't understand. It's not always a hot guy. It's not always a dreamboat prince. That's your least favorite? No, you know my least favorite. My least favorite is well known and well documented by this point. You know that. You look like the fish from that movie. Flounder? You mean flounder? Or the eels? There's a lot of fish in that movie. That's like what the movie's about. The ocean. Have you seen live action flounder? Yeah. This guy, right? Is this how flounders actually look? I don't eat them. Why does he have, like, Bart Simpson hair? I think I only said Bart Simpson because it's the blue and the yellow. But it looks kind of spiky. Awesome, man. It is a choice to cast her, though. Because, like, there's something about actors, like, wide-set eyes. Like, she could be a fish. She could be an alien. You know what I mean? Something about the wide-set eyes that always, like, throws me off. Right? Same with, like, Anya Taylor-Joy. It's like, those are very far apart. Anya Taylor-Joy, that's another one, yeah. Speak on that? I think you get what I'm saying. You know what I mean. Right? You get it. You understand. We're all speaking the same language. You just unintentionally roasted her. Look, she's pretty. I'm not saying that. It's nothing wrong with her. It's just like 5 inches between the eyes. I don't, like, when I see people like this, I'm like, can you see your nose? Because I can see my nose. But that's because all my facial features are like this. But, like, can these people see their nose? You know what I'm saying? You know how you have that profile? You have a ghost nose right here? You have a big-ass nose. No, I don't. I have a normal-sized nose. That's crazy to say. I'm serious. Most people don't. You just have a small face. Wait, is it true that most people don't see their nose? Honestly. For real. First thing Cody does when we compliment him by saying he looks attractive, he goes and roasts some random celeb. Yeah, well, they have it coming. They make a lot of money, which means that they deserve it. Can some people not see their nose? I'm serious. I'm just fucking around. Okay, I was like, serious. I was curious, man. If I focus, I can see my nose. Just close one eye, and you can look down. Neat. What about whistling, though? I was going to make a tweet about whistling recently, because I'm so sick of getting psyoped into that. Oh, dude, anybody can whistle. You're just not doing it right. Try harder. Use your fingers. It doesn't work. Why is the beekeeper still here? Hold on. They're getting so much free promo, bro. Get them out of here. Coney, you literally can't. Stop. 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 I'm not falling for this. It's not happening. It's about mouth shape. And my mouth is not shaped in such a way to whistle. Alright? It doesn't work. And I'm not getting baited into this. I'm turning off the beekeeper. Happy Sunday, everyone! I hope you're all having a wonderful day. And you know what would make it better? A subscription to HelloFresh, today's sponsor! HelloFresh, hooray! Hooray, everybody! Fresh, hot meals. Well, not fresh and hot, but you make them fresh and hot. Delivered right to your door. Yummy! Check out HelloFresh. What do you mean scam? It's literally not. I've gotten it a lot, dude. They took you back after that Cuphead promo. Did I say something bad during Cuphead? I don't think I said anything bad. I was just going to buy HelloFresh. Oh, perfect. Well, you can get a deal using my link right there, and I make money too. Exclamation point, HelloFresh, to find out more. I like HelloFresh, personally. Been on and off it for a few years. So, some stuff to talk about before we get started. Hold on. Wait a minute. I gotta take a picture of this. Okay. So, I don't know if you guys saw, but, remember when I told you guys that Palworld was gonna be a big deal? Do you remember that? Do you remember when I told everyone in here for months on end that Palworld was going to explode. Do you remember that? You don't remember that? Because I do. Now, to be clear, I said that it was probably going to be bad. It looked funny and silly, and I thought it would be bad. Well, well, well. Look how right I was, except not about it being bad, about it being good. 4 million Pal Tamers in 3 days. Oh my god. You guys, Palworld is the most played Steam game of all time, at least concurrent. Has the highest all-time peak. This game is huge. Do you see this, dude? Now, apparently PUBG is actually higher. I don't know why it's not up here. There's no way that's legit. I think PUBG is supposed to be higher. I also don't think New World is that high. I don't know who's playing New World. I think that's the Amazon game. PUBG became free later on. Maybe that's it. Okay, so it's second then, maybe. It got the top 5 peak concurrent from all Steam games. Dude, okay. So we watched the trailers like a year ago, and I was like, dude, this game... I thought it looked silly and stupid and funny. And then as we saw more trailers, I was like, no way this is going to work. And then the game comes out and it's working. It's blowing the fuck up. PUBG, CS2, Lost Ark, and Dota 2 are above it all-time peak. Dota 2? Really? I guess that's bigger than I thought it would be. I watched some Dota 2 documentaries the other day on Techies and Meepo. Because I always knew that they were like 2 like weird characters, and I didn't know anything about them. So I was like kind of curious. And I watched 2 docs about them. It's the highest concurrent for non-free-to-play. Ah, ooh, that's a good distinction. I like that. That algorithm video. Dude, I'm interested in Meepo. I'm interested in Dota Champs, because everybody said that Teemo was like Techies kind of a little bit. But Dota is extremely popular outside of the U.S. It's like Peru's version of League in Korea. Peru's version of... Okay, so it's League in Korea, but in Peru. Okay, why is Peru into Dota? I thought Dota was like a Eastern European thing, like a Czech, Russia. Like they love it over there. I guess that's a Valve thing. They love CS:GO over there too. Why does Valve resonate so much with the Slavs? Can I say that? Is that a bad Slavic culture? Is that maybe I shouldn't have said that. Is that allowed? Maybe not. It's free. Is that it? Thank you, Comrade Costanza. Slavs is fine. Dude, I never know. I'm from a different generation. They took away my G word and my E word. The E word to describe the ice climbers, and the G word to describe the lady in Hunchback of Notre Dame. Everybody in the street is like, what words are he saying? You know what I'm talking about. Apparently, both of those are not okay, which is fine, but I don't know if I could say Slav. Email and Gmail? No. Not those. Romani and Inuit. Yes, those are the 2 now. So I don't really have a tweet in particular for this, but apparently this game is getting a lot of shit because people are saying that the derivative designs and the clearly, I mean, I'm just gonna say it, the plagiarism on display. I don't know if that might be too strong of a word, but these are not wholly unique designs because it steals and uses AI. Is there... Oh, ad right now. Subscribe to Twitch. Is that real and confirmed, or is it something that is part of the conversation?
The worst part about Palworld being so popular is that despite other monster tamer games like Cassette Beasts and Cormon having actually original designs and also being good, nobody is gonna care about them because they don't have guns and slavery.
I mean, yes, literally. They're also not open world games like Arceus. For me, it's clearly postured as satire, so I don't know. to me, Palworld, and maybe I'm looking too much into this meta-narrative, Palworld is Pokemon, but it's not about the cute creatures or anything. It is a game wholly about mankind's capacity for just complete global domination and expansion. You insert yourself into this natural world, and you just begin fucking it all up. I think there's an interesting meta thing going on. I told you guys where if I have a sick pal and it's like depressed, if I have a sad, depressed pal, I could make him feel better, or I could replace him. Which is like, that's kind of interesting. The game encourages you to buy 10 to get 10 each. So I have 9 other ones just waiting to work. Could also butcher it for materials. I don't know if it's trying to elicit sympathy for corporations or business owners. That's probably too strong. But, like, maybe it's like yeah, I get it. Okay. If the workers are the pals, and if I am the CEO, right? Please turn off the clown music. Yeah, what is this? Oh, it's columns. Hold on. Let's put on... Oh, cool spot. Dev worked at Amazon one time and made Palworld. I'm serious, man. I think there is something to the cruelty of the game that feels... I can't tell if it is intentional satire or if it is just a happy accident by, like, yeah, you could do anything, and this is just how the chips fell. But I don't think it's an accident, because when you have your guys work hard, they start crying, which means they had to program in a crying model for every pal. So I don't think it's unintentional. You get what I'm saying? Like, they wanted to show the misery that these guys go through by working their lives away. It feels too intentional. It does, yeah. So is the way to discredit something with baseless claims to say it uses AI now? Well, so as far as I can tell, I think these guys, Pocket Pair or whatever, made a game about AI, but I could be wrong. It looked like it looked like the game was about finding, like, all you and your friends draw a picture, and then one of them is an AI picture, and you have to pick which one. Which I think is not a bad use of the technology, because the whole point is to find out which one is alien, which is like, I play AI games on here. Is it ethical? I don't fucking know. But I don't know if that's what the game is. Maybe it isn't that. I don't know. If this was an edgy ROM hack for a Pokemon game, people would clown on it. Yeah, but it's not, because it's a good game. It's a functional game that mixes a bunch of AAA ideas and performs them well. Wait, what? Okay, I don't remember this. This pal is under investigation. Did we see that before? Like, by the government? The conversation surrounding making content about AI games is shifting, to be fair. I mean, I can see why people would be nervous, because this game is clearly just taking heavy inspiration from something else. Like these designs are not unique. And if you're making something unique and new and different, and then you see this shit popping the fuck off, I can understand being a little disappointed, right? When game dev copy shit, they don't copy how things are made. All the people are copying the game itself, like the 1 million Vampire Survivor clones. That's true. That's true. There's a lot of those now. Things have all been derivative from each other since the dawn of time. Yeah, but this is... It's a little obscene, right? Don't you think it's a little far? I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I'm saying this is kind of... You don't think so? I saw somebody put out an image of Dragon Quest monsters and say that they look like Pokemon, like Zubats and Golbats and stuff. Like, I don't think there's any world where you can look at this penguin and this cat and be like, oh, those don't remind me of anything I've ever seen in any game. Right? Come on. Come on, let's be honest here. Those are just animals. No, I don't think the pink cat with the with the pretty big blue eyes and the round body. I don't think that's not just a cat. You know that. It has the Nintendo sheen and roundness of Pokemon notoriety. I mean, that's a Wigglytuff, in case I'm not spelling it out enough. That is, the cat is Wigglytuff. Like, it's the same fucking thing, you guys. That's a Wigglytuff. You understand, right? Wigglytuff isn't a cat. Okay, Palworld Dev, I'm not coming. I'm just saying, let's not pretend like it's not blatant. I don't care because I don't like Pokemon. I think your Nintendo gene is acting up. Okay, to be clear, don't fucking put me in a box. Don't put me in a box and act like I am in bed with Game Freak and that I care about what they say. I have never cared about Pokemon or Nintendo. I don't give a shit. Don't call me a defender, okay? I don't like those games. Let me out the box. But, come on. Let's be honest with each other and ourselves. All right? I just have eyeballs. Yeah. I hope this kicks Pokemon in the ass. It won't. But I hope that it will. Not to add guns. What if Nintendo overcorrects and they're like, actually, you know what? That's right. I know what we need to do now. And they just add full-on weapons, turn Pokemon into an adult series. Just get the complete wrong message. I think we should be able to shoot Pikachu in the head. Yeah. They're gonna, like, up it and have realistic violence. Wounds and stuff, blood. Whoa, that's not what we wanted. Relax. It's crazy how many people defending this game almost solely because grr Pokemon bad. I'm not on either side. I don't care one way or another. If it is AI, it is an interesting case of how people will look past it for a decent game. If it's not AI, it's an interesting case of how you can take a derivative idea and mash a bunch of them together competently enough and then create something that is massively successful. Centrist Coney, I just don't give a shit about video games, dude. I'm not a part of the video game culture war. Same thing with all that censorship shit. I don't care. Let's all take it easy, you know? As someone who bought the game and played for a bit, it's a boring time. I'm less worried about the Pokemon aspect because the devs clearly threw in as an afterthought.
Next Nintendo Direct is gonna show the Palworld devs locked in basement.
No, they're gonna have that guy that does all the presentations, the Japanese guy, and he's gonna present the Palworld guy. Hello, this is the head developer of Palworld. Apologize. I am deeply sorry for creating Palworld and inflicting it upon the world. It will be delisted from Steam and the Epic Store, and all copies will be refunded. I am incredibly sorry for my transgressions, and I will never do such a thing again. And then he's taken off screen and executed. That's what I think will happen at the next Nintendo Direct. If it was breaking any kind of copyright, this game would have been shot years ago. It is weird that it was...
Annam looks the same, but is not plagiarism, Coney thing.
Hold on. I didn't hear the beginning of that one. I heard the oh. All anime looks the same, but is not plagiarism? That's not true. Not all anime looks the same. Just most of it. If all anime looked the same, the way One Piece people are drawn wouldn't look so weird to me. You know what I'm saying? The women especially. Like, that's an art style. Not that it's bad, it's just a different art style. Anime has like 5 styles? Oh, maybe more. I'm not complaining about One Piece, to be clear. Looking dumb as shit is an artistic choice by Oda? Sure, go for it. Yeah, I just was curious what you guys thought, because I think this is an interesting sort of milestone right now, where one of these... how do you even describe it? I cannot believe that this game broke through and was this popular. I thought it was gonna, like... You know what it is? You know what it is? Every once in a while, a game will come out, and I'll like look at the trailers and stuff, and I'll be like, wow, this looks really good, and then it becomes like a worldwide phenomenon. And sometimes I'm wrong, but I think I said it about Hollow Knight. I was like, Hollow Knight's gonna be like, it looks very good, and then it blew up. I was pretty early to that. I thought it about Fall Guys. Dude, when I saw the Fall Guys trailer, I was like, holy shit. I got Panda to make all kinds of shit and set up stuff for it because I knew it was going to be big. This game I thought would fucking bomb. I gotta be honest. I looked at it and I couldn't believe more people weren't talking about it. I thought more people would be talking about this, but I was like, alright, it's going to be a bullshit asset flip dog shit game. But it's good. So... Now, to be fair, I'm not always right. I thought Roller Champions would be okay, but I should have known that it was made by Ubisoft, so that shit's just dead in the water. It's the latest favorite of the month game that happens every 3 months based on streamer trends. Last time it was Lethal Company. I don't think that's entirely true. I mean, sort of, but also, like, we had, I think, a decent amount of time before Lethal Company where we weren't playing anything. Am I wrong? Was there anything before, like, what was between Lethal Company and the game before? Streamer games don't sell like this? Yeah. Only up? Yeah, you're probably right. Streamers can catalyze a good game to blow up, but they're not the absolute reason. I think this game is unique in that you need to offer something to a viewer that they can experience themselves. So, like, an open world, not a linear game, is going to help because everybody's going to have their own experience. They can download the game and play it and do their own thing. As opposed to, like, a single-player, like, linear style. You know what I mean? Controversy also helped this game. Oh, I didn't even think of that. I didn't even consider the fact that people complaining about the game and going, like, talking about it is going to make it bigger.
I don't understand how Palworld's plagiarism is any different than Pokemon ROM hacks that have existed for decades with fake Pokemon.
Well, this game is on Steam and has had 4 million people play it. I think there's a difference between Pokemon ROM hacks and something that is publicly available on the Steam store to download and buy. It's $30. Yeah, I don't... That's not... It's very different, actually. It's very different. Who put the ROM hack brainworm into people is the dumbest comparison. I feel like a lot of people are looking at it so, in such a reductive lens, and they're like, LOL, shoot Pikachu in head, edgy game. It's not that. It's that the game takes a kind of unique, like, it doesn't take any sort of stance on whatever you're trying to do in the game. It just lets you do it. Catch people. Dude, apparently you can catch the vendor and put him in your base, and then he lives at your base. And you can do that, and the game casts no judgment. But the vendor will live at your base and stand there, and then he just is there all the time. You literally kill the creatures with your fists. Yeah, but, like, so did cavemen, right? That's just survival. I don't know. Like, I'm a fucking caveman, dude. I'm gonna run up to that mammoth and stab it to death. They used clubs. Eventually, once I have 30 wood, yes. I love doing bad things with no one judging me. The point of the game is that humanity, over a long enough period of time, has an absurd capacity for violence and cruelty. It's baked into the game. You start off punching the shit out of animals, and then you employ them to create bigger and bigger constructs and capture more of them, and create more and more shit, make stronger and stronger weapons to kill stronger and stronger things. Like, that's the point of the game, and I think that's cool as hell. But I don't know if it's intentional or not. You do a colonialism. Yes! It's Undertale, but instead of Earthbound, it's Pokemon. Ooh, I like that. I like that. That's salient. I'm gonna steal that. That's mine now. I'm gonna say that. What? Oh, you guys don't get it? You're stupid. I got it. It's Undertale, man. Human civilization and grow based on stuff like this. It just appeared from nowhere. I mean, we got fur for clothing. I'm joking. Okay, I didn't know how far we were going. I was gonna say, did we just spawn skyscrapers? Okay, I see. Okay. I wasn't sure. Okay. People are so pissed off because the hypocritical view on projecting creativity versus AI, then immediately jumping into this game. I mean, if your entire, how do I put this? If your entire identity, not entire identity, if you have an extremely strong anti-AI, sort of derivative mindset, where you value creativity above all, then you kind of gotta take the L on this one. Anti-stealing. And by take the L, I mean, like, you gotta, like, understand that this, you can't play it. If that is your whole, deal, if you're really against that stuff, you just can't play the game, at least not without, you know, going against your innermost convictions. This isn't an AI problem at all. There are a lot of creative decisions made, and we don't even know if they used it. Yeah, I don't know if they... Some people have said that they actually ripped the models. Is that true? It's crazy how this is a culture war. Did you see Thaddeus's tweet? I saw one of them. Hold on. Yeah. Dude, it's another Fall Guys situation. Assuming this Palworld developer write-up is accurately translated, this is the most over-their-heads team of all time. First time creating models instead of purchasing. No source control. Didn't know what a rig was. This happened to Fall Guys. Where Fall Guys was just like a small team of 8 people. It was, Mediatonic. And then that shit blew up. And they were like, oh, God, what do we do? And then it fell off because people didn't, like, they weren't prepared for it. The crazy thing to me is that all 111 pals, as far as I know, and maybe I'm wrong, the crazy thing to me is that I think all of them have different models for doing their jobs, for wielding weapons, for sleeping, bathing, when they go into the hot spring. Like, there's a lot of different animations, which is crazy. And I don't know how many. I don't know if, like, maybe they follow the same animations or if they use the same stuff. I don't know how that works, but that's a lot of player states, yeah. Aren't they just Unreal pre-made animations? Are they? I don't know. Can you put a mining animation on a cat where he does this and then you just... I don't know if it works like that. Guys, I see what Ace is saying. Like, I understand the sort of outrage about the game existing as it is. I just personally don't really care that much about it. But maybe in 6 years, when Skynet bombs my house, I will. I get it. I get why people are annoyed and outraged. I just don't really care myself. Because I think... This is going to sound so libertarian of me, and I don't mean it to. I think if it makes a good game where I get to shoot a Pikachu with a gun, I'm like, damn, that's a fun game. That's a fun-ass game. I'll buy that. I'll pay for it. I would have paid you $60. The market will decide. How about the market decides? That sucks, Coney. I know. You're right. Mr. Buys games. You know what? This game stole my Prince of Persia money. I was going to buy Prince of Persia, but I think it's okay to tell people the issues with the game, but let them decide if they're okay with it. Yelling at people won't convince anyone. I mean, I understand the anger about it. I really do. For me, I think the concept of it is... I think for me, I think overall, and not to sound too hoity-toity or pretentious or anything, I really value satire and transgressive art. And Palworld lives in this space where it may or may not be I can't tell. I felt the same way about Atomic Heart, where I'm like, is this, like, are you real? Like, are you a real game? And I still don't know. Like, Atomic Heart was like, I think that games can hide behind that veil, and I'll fall for it every time. It's like in a limbo state, yeah. If a game a game can posture as one thing and be another, and I will take the most charitable, sort of interpretation of it. Does that make sense? I don't think it was a real game. I think Atomic Heart was an earnest, sincere game from Russia. I think I thought it was a satire and a joke, but as I got further and further, I was like, oh, these guys mean it. The quantum superposition of Palworld, yeah. Yeah, the fridge thing was weird. This company also did this with Breath of the Wild. Dude, is this Craftopia? Yeah, I saw this. This is it. This is the AI imposter game, the art imposter. Which I don't think is a bad idea for a game. If this is what I didn't look up anything about it. But it looks to me like a bunch of people make pictures and then one of you uses AI and they have to pick up which one. That's a good idea. I'm a big fan of using AI to make games where you make fun of the AI. Like that one about where the robot gives you a death scenario and you have to explain how you get out. I think that's fun. But you're also feeding the machine that will kill us in a decade, so maybe I'm wrong. I don't... But I can't stop it anyway. So I'm gonna keep rolling coal and burning down rainforests and using AI art, because I'm gonna die anyway, so... I'd love to see it try. Saying they used it for one thing, so they used it for everything is a bad faith argument. I can understand why people are being, wary about the company. But again, for me personally, and I understand why people are like making it clear about the issue. All the pictures are AI, and you're finding out the person who doesn't have the same prompt as everyone else. I saw your tweet about about Palworld, about the Game Freak and just not enjoying the game. That was funny. I thought that was good. A lot of people don't like the game, and I get that. I'm delighted by the violence, I think. Hyper-violence is a treat for me. I know, it's stupid. Yeah, if people don't like the game, that's fine. It's very crafty, very, like... I think it came out at the perfect time for me. I wanted something like this. I wanted Palworld to come out. It's a bat chest game? A little. I think it being over the top is fun. Maybe people expected Pokemon and got Arc. Yeah. I did see that it's also like copying Zelda or whatever, but like I'm asking this genuinely. I'm not trying to be an asshole or anything. I'm not being rhetorical. Are Zelda's goblins that unique? I guess they are. No, they cut like bokoblins or whatever. They're just guys. No, but they're kind of piggish. I remember, the reason that I ask is because I remember the first time I saw them in Breath of the Wild, I was like, these look very derivative. But maybe I'm psyoping myself. I think I remember seeing them and I was like, wow, that's not... I could see that in any dollar Steam... Like, I thought they looked like Unreal assets. But maybe I'm making that up. I could be... You know. The tall ones are Moblin and the smaller ones are Bokoblins. I'm not going to remember that. That's a dumb naming convention. That's stupid. They are generically unique. Sure. You just hate Breath of the Wild. That's why. True. True. True, chatter. Hate Breath of the Wild. Love Palworld. Awesome. I just think Breath of the Wild is boring. True? I just want to see what happens with Palworld in a month. I'm curious, dude, because if... Okay, I was good. The Lucario Anubis thing is a little... That one's dead on. This is why... Literally, this is... Because I see people saying... I think too many people are being dismissive, like, wow, just because the Wooloo looks like a lamb ball, they're just sheep. No, they're not just sheep. They look very similar. Hold on. Let's not pretend like they don't look the same. We can have a discussion and be honest. Right? That's a Wooloo. This is a lamb ball. And I think the way Palworld gets around it is by combining two different Pokemon designs together. It's a sheep, Coney. It's more than that, though. You know that. Sheeps don't have to be circular, spheric. Sheeps can be long. Dude, that's a sheep. Okay, are we just identifying animals? Is that what we're doing tonight? Is that the stream? Hey, guys. Hold on. Here's a new game. All right, guys, what's that? What animal is this? You guys want to play Blue's Clues? It's a gecko. Well done. Good job, everybody. I'm saying a sheep doesn't have to be a perfectly round sphere. It's not a skink. What about this? Wait. This is one of my favorite animals. Are you ready? What's this guy? Oh, I love him. God, I love them. Oh, dude. Well, you can see here. That's a stoat. I love stoats. I only know about stoats because of Inscription. As stupid as that is. I learned it from a video game, but I think they're so sweet. I love them. It's literally Inscription. I'm such a gamer. But no, like, when I see this, like, when I saw Anubis, I was like, okay, that's literally just Lucario. Like, I get why people are annoyed, but also, I don't care. I can't pretend to care. It's Nintendo, it's Pokemon, it's a multi-billion-dollar company. Maybe if we're stealing Hollow Knight, I would care, because it's a two-man team from Australia, but I think I think Game Freak being first to market and making billions of dollars and having the most profitable media franchise in history, like, they had their chance. Maybe that's fucked up of me, but yeah, that's the Blakeson or whatever. Yeah. Breakson? Dude, the Robin Quill is literally the colors, too. Like, can we not change the colors, man? At all? Yep, that one's literally just, yeah, Dynawesome. Yeah. They just combined two of them together. That's generally what I'm seeing. I'm glad there's a thread for this, because I didn't see all of them. Oh, is that it? Okay, damn, this is a thread. Good heavens. I don't know what that is on the right. Oh, wait, isn't that like Galarian Meowth? I don't think that's that crazy. This is just a Cheshire Cat. That's the other thing. Some elements of, like, what people think are, like, plagiarism or copied things are, like, this is a media reference to a known trope, which is big fat cat with a toothy grin. Which, like, hey, it's in League. That's Ziggs. Hey, sorry to talk about League of Legends, but that's another one. It's just kind of this wicked trickster kind of deal. They're literally stealing Hollow Knight right now. Wait, really? Word? Thank you, Noan. Thanks for the prime. There are over 1,000 Pokemon. It's kind of hard to create a set of 100 where a handful don't look derivative. Yeah, but come on. There's a difference between derivative and this. I get it. You could have made it a cat. That would have made more sense. Then at least it's a fucking Egyptian cat. Did you have to make it a jackal? Did you have to make it a dog? You get what I'm saying? Come on, man. It's Anubis. Anubis is a dog. It could have been the cat one. I don't know what the cat one's name is, but... Nah, it's pretty blatant. It just comes down to caring or not caring. To me, maybe I just don't have any conviction.
Honey, please start the movie before this chat becomes worse than as Mongols.
But everybody here is having a good time. I think we're all enjoying this. I don't like it when you guys try to move me along or try to push me forward. I'm just talking with you guys. That's your first warning. Thank you, Ravioli. Thanks for the tier 1. We're having a discourse here. Okay. That's his third least favorite thing. Strike 1. Coney, you take as much time as you want. Thank you. You guys always trying to grab the wheel from me when I'm streaming. You guys are in the back trying to reach over my arms to get to the wheel. I'm driving. Okay? Don't pander to him. Please pander to me. Be nice to the streamer. I need that. Please. Maybe I'm just, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a slop enjoyer, but if a game is funny enough, or good enough, or interesting enough, I don't care. Does that make sense? It could be any of those things. Any of those 3 things. Or a combination. Probably a combination of them. Like, if this game was funny or bad, if it was funny and bad, it would be, that Kong game, Skull Island, and I wouldn't play it, because I'm like, okay, it looks like it'd be funny for an hour. Every game exists somewhere in that space. No one would care if it isn't a success story? Yeah. Wait, so are they making Hollow Knight? Still a huge company, not an issue if it's No way! I've changed my mind. Oh my god. Oh, dude. Honestly, they're kind of goats now. I kind of fuck with this. I kind of fuck with a dev that's just like, you know what? You made something good. I want to try that shit. I'm making that. Let me try it, bro. I don't know if that's kind of my goat, actually. I don't know if they have 4 years to make Hoax. Dude, a fucking dev that literally only exists to kick other devs in the ass. I kind of like that. I need an F-Zero next. Make F-Zero right now. You've had 20 fucking years. Pocket Pair, hire me. Let's make Twisted Metal. Yes, let's do it. Yes, kick a dev in the ass. Now they're video game Robin Hood. You mentioned that Nintendo's culture didn't suit you. I've always loved Nintendo games that has to change. I deeply respect them. When it comes to making games, Nintendo has a strong philosophy of creating new and unique games at the high quality. It was questioned at the Nintendo Game Seminar. On the other hand, I have a deep-rooted desire for my work to be enjoyed by as many people as possible, and to that end, if there are good ideas in the world, I pick them up, and I don't necessarily have to be particular about originality. I'm thinking about it. I want to make it more casually, or rather, I want to make it more casually. I think it'd be a good idea to create things in a way that just jumps on what is trendy. This is the age-old debate between the inventor and the innovator. Are you creative? Can you invent something and put it into the world? Or are you a honer? Do you see what other people do and say, I could do that better? Everybody exists on a spectrum somewhere. Iteration versus innovation? Sure, I don't... Whatever phrase you learned about in school, I don't... The law is devious. I'm okay. I kind of appreciate that they're owning it. They're like, yeah, we just see what pops off, and we're gonna make that, and hopefully it's good. What is this music? This is the trailer for the Hollow Knight. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, it's Hollow Knight. Yeah. Is anybody else impressed that they can, like, replicate so many different games. Like, how are they able to copy Pokemon and Hollow Knight? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's got to take some skill, right? Like, look at the ornate design. Hollow Knight's design is, like, I feel like trying to replicate it would be difficult. Am I wrong? I don't... This game uses AI. Are we sure? They just said AI monster. Ah, so they made Mario Odyssey. It's Odyssey Hollow Knight. Aha. Multiplayer online Odyssey. So basically what this guy is doing is saying, okay, I'm going to steal an idea and then add 3 other ideas, and now it's a new game. He's just making video game gumbo. Would this even be fun? This doesn't seem like it'd be fun. Do you want to play multiplayer Hollow Knight? Why? Oh, so you can craft. Okay, yeah, so you can make your own thing. I can see 2 people, maybe. Not 4. That's kind of funny. I for some reason, the animal stuff is, it gets me. Cooking the animal, eating, I don't know why that's funny. That was just, why did he do that? Now it's Ori. I mean, I'm not playing this because I think it looks like shit. I gotta be honest. I think this looks like shit, and I would not enjoy it. But Palworld did not look like shit. Palworld looked like it would be good if it played as advertised, and I didn't think it would be played as advertised, and then it did. Is every game with a jump mechanic plagiarizing Mario? No, come on, that's silly. This one's plagiarizing Mario because you put the hat on people and then you become the enemy. It doesn't go that far. Come on. Palworld does kind of look like shit. It's just funny. But I don't think it looks that bad. I think it looks fine. Coney, did you know that you can slide in Palworld? No. I didn't know that. Hey, it looks better than Pokemon. That's what I'm saying, brother. That's all I need to hear. Better than Pokemon. No question there. Ugly ass game. Again, I hope that this kind of kicks Game Freak in the ass, but it won't. They're not going to care. Part of me does wonder, though, will this set a precedent for it? Probably not. But could this possibly set a precedent for, like, oh, Nintendo doesn't care? I'm about to make a Star Fox. Call it
The conversation around
Sky
this
Dog.
game reinforced my hatred for gaming Twitter. Thank you, Palworld, for keeping me off that godforsaken site.
Yeah, I've been keeping up with the discourse because it's interesting. And again, I see both sides. I get why people are annoyed and mad, but also I don't, I can't bring myself to, care that much. People have always done it. Look at the Splatoon ripoff. Dude, apparently Square Enix is mad about that. They said, don't call Foam Stars Splatoon. And it might not be. I didn't play it. I didn't play the demo. But I had a lot of friends say that it's real. Like, it's fun. Hold on. I saw a headline. Yeah, okay. Maybe it was just a headline. Square Enix wants you to stop comparing Foam Stars to Splatoon. Stop it! They're not the same! Leave me alone! But maybe it's not the same. I don't know. Stop! It is? Okay. This uses AI too. Well, what the fuck? What the fuck? You know what? Fuck me. Just make AI games. I don't care anymore. Just make a robot game. I want to make a robot game. I'm sick of this. 2 games made with AI, I don't care. I'm done. Nintendo has never cared about creature games. People are going nuts over literally nothing. Digimon, Monster Rancher, Dragon Quest. Yeah, but that's not... I think you're being derivative. That's Lucario. I get what you're saying. Or not derivative, reductive. That's Lucario. You know that's Lucario. Coney has always been AI pilled. I'm funny pilled. If something's funny enough, I'll allow it. And to me, having pals work for you in a sweatshop is very funny. It's very silly indeed. Classic Coney, yeah. I think that's a millennial mentality, unironically, which is just like it stems from that, like, if something has enough quality, you can get away with it no matter what. Maybe that's like a millennial thing, because I think Gen Z is kind of fed up with that idea. Because I think that millennials kind of probably let it go too far. And Gen Z is like, you should have some standards and convictions in the way that you conduct yourself. But I'm too old for that now. I don't think Gen Z is very principled about their stances. Maybe I'm just informing myself via Twitter.com, which is wrong. Maybe I'm navel-gazing here a little bit. Too entrenched? Yeah. Twitter is not real people. Yes. True. Who cares? Add this. All right, take the night off. It's not good. I'll see you on Tuesday. I'm not giving you this emote. You guys are annoying. The last thing I'm going to do is give you an annoying emote whenever I try to do anything on stream, and people are like, wow, this sucks. You're doing that tonight? Boo! Fucking leave. Don't post we do not care emotes. You're not getting more mean emotes. The site has 100,000 people on it. Let's be nice. You already have my honest reaction. All right? Give me a good one. Okay, that's a good... I don't know when you're using this, but I can't wait to see you try. I can't wait. I like that one a lot. I'll give you cranking. I like that. Oh, he's working. Look at him go. Bro is laboring. That's my Cadavas making me some spheres. You feel me? True? You know what game I really... Actually, here... While we're talking about AI, here we go. There was a game... there was a game that got mildly popular. That I looked at, and I was like, oh, this looks like it'd be fun to play on stream, because I like playing horror games on Steam. It's called Super Normal, okay? Apparently, the dev has done some really bad shit. It looks great. But apparently you're not supposed to play this game because the dev is a piece of shit. Now, I didn't play it because apparently the dev is a piece of shit, so I was like, all right, I'm not going to do that. So, I guess there is stuff that I won't touch because of that. What did he do? I don't want to misspeak, so I'm going to let you do that yourself. I'm going to let you do it. You go look it up. But it looks... I want more PT games. I would like more games like this. You want to know why? Because I played Visage, and Visage was boring as shit. You just finished saying you don't care unless it's funny. Is this not funny enough? No, this is not funny or good enough. Like, if it's pretty, that's not good enough for me. If it was... well, no. I was going to say, if it was a pretty and good game, maybe, but even then, if the guy's actually just a piece of shit, then no. But maybe the guy isn't a piece of shit, and I just read a tweet about it. I don't fucking know. All I know is I didn't want to deal with the backlash, so I'm not going to play it. I don't know anything about it. Wouldn't any game that's inspired by PT be plagiarism? Depends. Do you go in a circle for an hour? Information is dead. Yeah. If you walk in a circle for an hour and keep going through the same doors and then find a fetus in the sink, that's PT. If it's just good graphics in a house, that's not PT. That's Visage, and Visage fucking sucks. Have you seen Vaudeville? Yeah, I had a campaign to do Vaudeville. I thought it might be fun, but I didn't end up doing it. I didn't pop it. PT is just NASCAR. You know, I didn't get it until halfway through reading that. I was reading the sentence, and then halfway through, I understand what you were going for. I was like, okay. Gotta say sorry again for the way undo ended up being used. It was not intended to be a streamer bullying emote. Dude, you didn't know. Here's the thing about stream memes, okay? People love copy pastas and emotes because it allows everybody to be a part of something. Everybody gets to be funny. That's why people like calling the streamer short or old or bald, because it is an easy way for people not to think but to be funny. You get to be funny in chat without coming up with something original or good. You get to be Palworld. You're the Palworld of chat. You get to copy what other people do. You don't need to be funny. I'm okay with that. I think everybody deserves to feel, you know what I mean? It's a good time. Everybody did, but it gets obnoxious when it disrupts the flow of normal conversation on the stream. You can't be funny all the time. You get what I'm saying? When it gets to be disruptive to the experience, I get annoyed. That's when it happened. And that's why we killed undo. Because anytime I tried to say anything or do anything, the instant reaction is undo, and then I'm like, okay, funny, very silly that we're using that emote. I said the color black. I said I ate Indian food tonight. Undo. Like, it's like, what? That was an insane night, yeah. So, Coney, how do we feel about Palworld now? You know, I still haven't beaten the second boss. I don't know what to do. I'm like 30 hours in. I can't beat that boss. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Give up. Dude, I'm a high level. I'm like 38. It's crazy. And I haven't... A merchant in the desert sells ammo. Are you sure they're in the desert? Dude, I've explored so much of the map, but I can't find that guy. It's ridiculous. You need to rank up the pals. My pals are pretty good. Oh, do you mean, like, combine them? I think you're right. I haven't combined them. I'm only level 27. I beat the second tower. What? How? Are you serious? What am I doing wrong? I'm not kidding. How did you do that? I'm serious. Well, I literally do, it's not even a question of skill. Just need ammo in the musket. How many fucking shots do you have? It does like 150 damage per. Which one of the second towers? Wait, did you fight the big leaf lady? Maybe we're going to different towers. The fireman? We did not go to the same tower. I went to the wrong tower. Isn't it Ice Tower? No, I guess not. Uh-oh. Dude, I'm at the Ice Tower, and she's fucking me up. I can't beat her. I gotta go to a different tower, I guess. Oops. Whoopsie daisy. My group did Leaf Lady at level 31. 3 people. Yeah, I can't do that Leaf Lady. Oops. Oopsie daisy. Check the secret achievements. They say the name of the bosses. Okay, maybe I'll do that. There actually is a game. Somebody linked it in chat. Hold on. That I wanted to see, too. I'm trying to catch up on the game announcements and stuff, because last week I obviously only played Palworld. Anyway, wrap up Palworld. I might be playing it more tonight. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I'm thinking about putting together a sub thing. Wait, if I put together a sub server, can it have 32 players at a time or 32 players total? Do you get what I'm saying? Keen already set one up. Good. At a time, so I could pop in any time. All right, maybe I'll do that. Everybody say thank you, Keen. What's up? Hello, I'm in desperate need of support. I have a 50-word essay due at midnight. A gift sub would really help me so I could concentrate and complete my essay. I'm writing about it, Coney, by the way. He's my hero. Thank you to this amazing community. Could somebody get a gift sub to dump it so he could complete his 50-word essay? Why do we time him out? Hey, can we help that young man out? He's got to finish an essay. And you know what? While we're at it, give another 99 gift subs. I'm feeling generous tonight. I think we should give out 100 gift subs tonight. I'm feeling pretty generous. Let's drop 100 gift subs right now. Courtesy of me. Not from me, but from my chat. Go ahead. Let's drop 100, everybody. Here we go. We starts with 1. It starts with 1. Only 99 more. Thank you, Toxon. Thank you for the second one. And here, 98 more. Here we go. It's going up. Okay. I wanted to watch this. Look at that. Hey, 20 gifties. Wait a minute. All you have to do is ask for money and people will give it. We're close. Raviolili. Oh my god. This is stupid. This is stupid. I'm gonna beg for the rest of the night. This is now a begging stream. We are only, how many was that? That was like 20, right? We only need 80 more gifts to hit 100. We're right there, everybody. Okay. Here's your Prince of Persia money. Thank you. Yeah, cup rattling stream. Appreciate it. I wanted to see this. It's Zoochosis. Oh my god, thank you, Joyboy XO. Thanks for the 10 gifties. All right, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. I don't know where my teeth are. Don't pop it. I don't know where my teeth are. I gotta find them just in case. 1 second. I don't know where they are, dude. I haven't done it in so long. Where's my cape? Dude, I couldn't do it if I wanted to. I'm serious. Thank you, Blue Text. I literally couldn't do it if I wanted to. I don't know where my teeth went. They're somewhere on my desk. My desk is a fucking mess. There's no way. You're gonna get scammed. I can't help you. Oh, wait, no, wait, I found one. Okay, never mind. You won't get scammed. Never mind. You won't get scammed. You would not get scammed. I found it. Okay. Cool bit, Coney. Yeah, thanks. All right, I wanted to see this. Do you have multiple teeth? Dude, on Amazon, they sell like 50 vampire teeth for $1. You have to get the 50 pack. Yeah, I have a lot. Thank you, Anonymous Gifter. Thank you, Anonymous Gifter, for the 10 gifts. Thank you, Blue Tux, for the 5 gifts. Thank you, Joyboy, for the 10 gifts. Thank you, Got Loki, for the 5 gifts. Thank you, Raviolili, for the 20 gifts. Thank you, Lecter Nessie, for the 1 gift. Thank you, Econtin, for the 1 gift. So Raviolili is top tier. Best chatter in the chat, strongest ult. Joyboy has second strongest ult in the chat. Meanwhile, you know, Blue Talk's pretty good. Got Loki, not bad. And whoever that anonymous guy is the strongest member in chat, but we don't know who he is. Mystery character. More begging. I'm done. I'm watching the giraffes. Holy shit! Oh, that's cool. I like that. Oh, is that it? Oh, no, there's more. Okay. Thank you, Godoy, for the 5 gifties. Iconic Godoy 5.
Now you're a night zookeeper. The job is not difficult.
I thought that was Seth
You have
Rogen.
nothing to worry about.
Yeah, this FOV is pissing me off. What? Oh, I see. For the animals. Yeah. Okay. What the fuck? It was pretty creative. Using the pouch as a mouth? That's kind of cool, I guess. Could you fight it? It has a tail, doesn't it? Okay, that mouth doesn't go anywhere. There's no, like, throat there. It just bites you. That would hurt so bad. Zoocosis? I don't know why I called it zoocho. It's like psychosis. Zoocosis is what it is. Do you think the pouch goes somewhere? Clearly not. There's nothing there. There's no hole. It's thing but zoo. I think that's kind of neat. Quarter 2, 2024. I always like new horror games. I wish there were more good ones. Wait a minute. Wait, chat, put something in game recommendations. Dude, I can't wait to play this. I wanted to watch this trailer on stream. Hold on. Yeah. It was Below Average Gamer. I don't know. I can't see what their actual name is. Hold on. It's just Below Average Gamer. Dude, look at this. Rubber Hose Rampage. I did not watch this trailer. I just looked at the thumbnail. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't wait. Get him, Mickey! Yeah, get him! Hold on. I don't know if you guys saw what she did. I don't think you guys saw what she did there. Hold on. Let me go back. Did anybody see what the lizard did? Did anyone see it? Hold on. Let me show you again. Watch this lizard in the bottom right. Watch what they do when she gets shot. Shoot her a few times and then hit the... Ooh. Why is every level the same? It's just a normal level with a platform in the middle. Why is that? Marx Brothers Monkeys. Genius. A Tigger. Look at the Tigger. Too many boobs. This is awesome. This is great. That's Santa with a whip? Why would he need a whip? Oh, for his reindeer. That's what it is. Every stage is the same. He's literally shooting a pea shooter, like in Cuphead. Apparently, this is coming out, on Steam soon. Oh, check it out. It's anti-AI. In the near future, artificial intelligence chatbots become sentient and slowly take control of the world's nuclear weapons. 5 billion lives ended on 2027. The survivors of the nuclear fire are lived to face a new nightmare, war against the machines. The chatbots, which control the machines, the suit cyborgs, set back in time to 1928, disguised as cartoon mice. Their mission to destroy the leader of the resistance, the captain of the riverboat, Steamboat Willie. 21 boss battles, inspired by classical music. I don't think all of this is public domain, by the way. Beehive Blaster. That is Porky Pig. Can I use Porky Pig? That's Pete. Well, Pete's in Steamboat Willie. So stupid. There's that lizard again. Is this owl a boss? Oh my god, they're bosses. I can't fucking wait, dude. I can't wait. It'd be so funny if the game was actually good but looked bad. No, I think it'd be funnier if it is bad. I love... Oh, he's getting away. He's sneaking out. His HP is low. You better get him. I can't wait. Misfits? Like the band? Is he torturing that guy? So many Coney games. That's what I'm saying. So much stuff for us to play. I can't wait. Wait, February 1st? Wait, this is 10 days away? It's a Thursday. Gameplay Thursday. Gameplay Thursday is back, baby. I can't wait. Just a week away. I can't wait. There's another game that I had to look at, by the way. Zoocosis looks good. I wanted to see this. There's a new Bethesda game, guys. I know how much you guys love your media franchises, so get ready to bat chest. I haven't seen this yet.
Let me tell you what you are missing.
Have you played Signalis? No, but I hear it's good. Is that the PS1 game? This looks fun.
Jones.
I tried watching Indiana Jones, the first one recently, and I got kind of bored. I'm sure it's good. I just got a little bored. That's a shame. I think I would like it if I think I wasn't in the right frame of mind to watch it. Zoomer Brain? I think so. You know what else I started watching? And don't spoil this for me. I was watching The Curse, starring Nathan Fielder and Emma Stone. It is fantastic, but I'm only halfway through episode 1 because I was watching it in my living room. Me and my wife and my kid were upstairs, and I was watching it, and Juliet's playing, and she's not watching the TV, but then a scene came up that I didn't want her to see, and we had to turn it off. I didn't know it was that kind of show. It was after the Cherry Tomato Boys bit. Yeah, I was like, all right, well, we can't watch the rest of this. And I felt really bad. I felt like a bad parent. She didn't see anything. She didn't watch any of it. She was, like, looking down and playing. But I was like, uh-oh, and we had to turn away right away. The rest is clean, trust me. I think I'll watch that on my own. We're halfway through episode 1. I'll finish it later.
While you were playing your pointless game, I was playing you. You're wondering if maybe you should have built yourself a life of meaning instead of ending up here, dead and forgotten in the sands of Africa.
It looks good. Oh, good exposition. Let me know where I am. That's good. What's Machine Games? Did they make Wolfenstein? No, that's id. What did Machine Games make? It means AI. Ah, more AI games. All night, yeah. Dude, Wolfenstein is a great franchise, yeah. Those games are also about Nazis. What's going on here? The Wolfenstein games are very good, yeah.
Myths. History.
It is weird that it's taken so long to get an Indiana Jones game.
There's different ways to interpret the past.
But I guess it's like, why bother when we have Uncharted?
Thousands of years of humanity's thoughts and beliefs.
Wait, is that? Is that Tony Todd? That's Candyman Tony Todd? Is that him? Yes? Oh, shit! That's awesome. I love Tony Todd. Final Destination guy? No, Candyman guy. I thought he was dead.
Thousands of years of humanity's thoughts and beliefs. Scattered and buried.
Was he in Indiana Jones? I don't think
Just
so.
waiting to be found.
You can't just run away.
He's
from
Venom
your-
in Spider-Man 2. Wait, are you serious? Like the actor? Oh my god, he is. What? Really? Is he like the character model too? Do you see Venom not as Venom? Do you see him as like a human? I didn't know that. He's white. No, that's someone else. Okay. Venom is some white dude. All right. Well, never mind. They cut a bunch of his lines. I can't wait. I'm actually, you know what's weird? I didn't care about Spider-Man 2. I really want to play it now. Like, I didn't care when it came out. I was like, who gives a shit? But now I'm like, actually, I would be down to play some Spider-Man 2. But I got to wait for it to come out on PC. And you got to wait for these ads to end. Subscribe with Twitch Prime or Tier 1. A bunch of people got gifts. If you didn't get one, that means you got to pay up. But you can do it for free with Twitch Prime. Go ahead and subscribe right now to get no ads for a whole month. Subscribe with Twitch Prime. You own a PS5? Yeah, but it's not going to run at a good frame rate. I need the good graphics. The graphics.
Problems, Indiana.
Watch me.
I always
Throughout
wondered
history,
how a whip would work in a video game. Thank you, Dredge and Pig.
mankind has built sites of great spiritual significance. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe,
Castlevania?
You get a
Yeah, but that's
perfectly
not
aligned
the same, like a
circle.
modern. I think whips are cool weapons. It's neat because they're like versatile. Wait a minute. Bro didn't have a gun? He has no holster. There's nothing on his hip.
I've had run-ins with these guys before.
Whoever the editor was, they popped
Trust
off
me.
on that one.
It ain't a walk in the park.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
What do you mean if I could keep up?
Maybe like a focus on like melee combat? You're showing a lot of punching.
Patron of the fallen angels.
Young
Protector
Harrison
of
Ford
the-
is so hot. That is a very attractive man. Yes.
Chukulimani.
I mean, that's not him because this
The
is
Great Circle.
this is the actor. It's modern Riddick. Oh my God, you're right. That's a really good way to put it. This shit looked like Riddick.
You have any
like
idea
that.
how old that was?
That's definitely his voice. You think so? The Great Circle. That's a dumb name. Oh, it's Troy Baker? I was going to say, I didn't think that was him. But I wasn't sure. I was going to say, how did they get him in the boot? Because, like, I don't hear his age. I thought it'd be like The Simpsons. Same actor as Troy, as Joel in The Last of Us? Yeah, I know. It's all Troy Baker and Nolan North, right? It's like one of those two. It sounds just like him, though. It's a good job. Yeah. And Matt Mercer, yeah. Good for them. I think it looks pretty good. This is one of those games that I'm going to wait for reviews because it looks like a very standard single-player, like, linear game. And, like, I loved Wolfenstein because the gunplay is, like, the main focus. But, like, there's not... Gunplay shouldn't be the focus in this game. So how fun can you make the whip? High key, it'll probably be a Game of the Year nominee. Feels like one of those, like, pity nominees that they give, but they don't think will win. Like, bottom of the barrel, like Starfield was, you know? I wonder how Harrison Ford feels knowing he's finally in a video game that isn't Star Wars. I don't know if Harrison Ford has ever played a video game. I'm curious about that. Starfield wasn't a Game of the Year contender? It wasn't? I thought it was. At Game Awards, and it was like a gimme. Am I making that up? Maybe I'm thinking of the Steam thing. I'm getting the Steam thing mixed up. You're thinking Spider-Man 2? No, Spider-Man 2 is good. The Sony people need that. Spider-Man 2 is like the PlayStation baby. They need that shit more than anybody. It got 0 noms. Ugh. It was a gimme for PlayStation. Yeah, okay. Mario Wonder? Mario Wonder was good. I don't know if it's like Game of the Year. I think it was very good, but I don't know if it was that good, you know. It looks pretty good. I forgot Mario Wonder came out. It didn't really have an impact beyond, like, the beginning. You know what I mean? I feel like it popped off at the start, and then it just kind of, like, I don't know. Wasn't really much beyond that. Video game Harrison Ford scares me beyond belief. I think he's cool. He looks great. That's every Nintendo game nowadays. Yeah, actually. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Because, like, Tears of the Kingdom came out, and everybody wanted it, and then it came out, and I feel like nobody talked about it after it was out. Like, people made content on it, and it didn't really do anything. Pikmin will always be a niche series. Maybe it's just because people are waiting for Switch 2. Tears of the Kingdom would have been a bigger deal in a weaker year. Yeah, probably. That's just video games now. Like, in general, you think? Media is just constantly going. Speaking of, you know what's a week away? Guys, who the fuck do I play? I wanted to bring this to your attention. I don't know who the fuck to try. Because I played this. I played the demo thing when I was at that event. And I don't even know who is in my style. I don't know. You should play Paul. I'll trust yours more than anybody. Guys, King is very technical. Do you know how long King's move list is? It's ridiculous. In terms of who appeals to me, looks-wise, I like Paul. I like Law. I think that's Law. I liked Lei Wulong. Is he on here? The cop guy? I don't think so. I like Jack, but he's always a joke character. I love Brian Fury. Dragunov is cool. I don't know what he does, but I think he looks cool. Jack was really strong in 7. Is he? I thought he's a joke character. Never mind. Who told you Jack is a joke character? I thought he always was. He just looks funny. Okay. I played Faye in 5, I think. And I don't like any of these guys. This guy was very funny when I played him, though. Victor, the French guy with the sword, he was very funny with the little bit that I played him. Very silly character. He has a lightsaber, but I don't know who to play. And they're all so hard to play. I'm playing him until Eddie gets added. Oh, wait, that reminds me. The Ed trailer. Is the Ed trailer worth watching, or is that just... Is it just, like, not gameplay? It's a teaser? Okay. I don't care about Ed as a person. I just know about him because everybody's like, oh, he's the Smash Players guy. Smash players should like him. I think boxing is a cool fighting style, but... It's just his intro for World Tour. World Tour is so funny to me. JP tried to kill an entire village and a little girl, and then you beat his ass, and then you're like, actually, could you, like, teach me how to do that purple stuff? Very well. That's kind of cool, actually. He got your best friend killed. Yeah, well, spoilers, but yes. We can't still be spoiling Street Fighter 6. I think Ed just looks like a boring design.
I'm not gonna be anyone's pawn. You hear me? Show up again and I'll punch a hole through you.
So is Ed not working for Bison anymore? Is that the idea? He's his own man or whatever? He's so lame. Thanks, Helgador. I wish Coney was in World Tour so you could teach me how to watch YouTube. Oh, I would do it, but you would have to defeat me first. What would my gift be in World Tour? You'd have to give me a nice gift that I like that would up our bond. What would it be? Subs? I guess. Yeah, $5 bills, a hat. Primes? Okay. That's good. A Watch Mojo video? Dude, you're getting Watch Mojo this week. I've got a couple good movies. I can't wait. You're getting it this week. I think this week we're going to have Watch Mojo, and I think I can pop a web surf, actually. Thank Dark Ojo Magician. I think we go web surf. I think I've got enough. Barely. You know, once every few months. Kind of want to play Who Asked this week, too. It's going to be a fun week, I think. We're going to play some games. It's going to be fun. And then Thursday... Well, no, it's next Thursday. I was going to say, then Thursday, we played the fucking, the Steamboat Willie game. Perfect. Thank you, Razor. It's going to be a good time. Maybe some Banjo-Tooie, but I have played a lot of video games. He runs Neo Shadaloo with a big-ass talking gorilla. Like in Street Fighter, there's a talking gorilla. Why is he not playable? The gorilla has psycho powers. Okay. That's stupid. You know what I thought? Why is this guy the Smashers guy again? He has modern controls, so it's like up move, side move, down move. He doesn't have like motion controls, I think. Or like motion, not motion controls, but motion inputs. The gorilla is named Baba. Uh-huh. You know, I searched for Baba, and I just got this. Is this guy? Wait, so it's Falky, whatever, him, Baba, and that guy with the hat, right? Okay. That's stupid. You know who I really thought was going to be a character in Street Fighter V? Hold on. What is the name of that game? What the hell is the boss's name? Ah, okay. Akuma? Rivals? No, the guy that fucking... This guy, Damned. Thrasher Damned or whatever. The guy from Final Fight. Like the boss guy who's in the game. You know what I'm talking about? I was positive he was going to be DLC. I can't believe he wasn't. He's in the story mode. Exactly. I thought they were like leading up to it because the game has a lot. Damn, he's 7'2"? Isn't he in the background of a stage? Yeah, but I thought, you know, that doesn't mean he can't be in the game. Looked like he had a moveset also. That's what I'm saying, yeah. All the DLC leaked well in advance. I thought they said it well in advance. Apparently, dude, I don't know if this is true, but Mortal Kombat is hurting. They are not on the leaderboard for Combo Breaker. Nobody's entering Combo Breaker top 8. Or not top 8. Nobody's entering the Combo Breaker tournament, so it's like dead. They are now? Okay. I mean, there's a lot of time between now and Combo Breaker, but game ass. Whenever I watched Mortal Kombat 1, I don't know anything about fighting games, so fuck me, right? I'm not saying this like I know what I'm talking about. But whenever I would watch it, I would be like, I feel like the system, like the cameo system, makes the game so solvable so fast. Like, as in, like, it is so easy to just put pressure on people and then call in the cameo, and the cameo, you have to block the cameo, and then they start hitting again. And I'm like, I don't know how you creatively beat that. It's not like that? No? Is that how it was early? Because I thought Cyrax did that. You would do a move, and then Cyrax flies into the sky, and you have to block the Cyrax, and then you do the rest of your move. Cyrax got nerfed. Yeah, but I'm saying, like, up until that point, was the game like that, and now it's like Maximilian Dude did a video on it. I don't follow Mortal Kombat. All I know is that when I saw the cameo system, I was like, damn, this is probably a bad idea. But obviously, what do I know? I'm not anybody who knows what they're talking about. My beef is the game feels really bad to play. I think it looks great. They always nail the presentation. But in most tag games, you get to move around way faster. Yeah, so Reiko isn't just shooting stars at you. Can you tell I watched a Low Tier God video recently? He's just shooting stars at you full screen. Who are you going to main in Tekken 8? Oh, I forgot to make a decision. Probably Paul. I guess. Paul looks funny. He's silly. He's not highly technical. Maybe Jack. I don't know what Jack does. You'll have a lot of fun? Okay. I could not believe how long the move list was when I played at that event in LA. I loaded up the game, and I was like, okay, because I think I told you guys this story. So King has that thing where he can grab you and then like roll around and do hit after hit after hit after grab after grab. And I would watch that, and I was at Evo, and I watched Lil Majin do that. And I asked somebody next to me, I was like, how is he doing that? Is there no way to get out? And they explained how it works, and I said, okay, cool. And then I immediately forgot. So I still don't know how he does that. And I was hoping when I went to LA, I was praying that, like, okay, at least I will take this time to learn how the hell King rolls around on the ground for so long. And I never did. I still don't know. Third row, third from the right isn't Shulk. This guy? No, he's a German guy. He's very funny because everybody else in the game, like, Tekken cutscenes are so funny because everybody speaks their native language. So they're talking to each other, but not in the same language, which is extremely silly. It's great. Like, this is Leo, I think, right? The Klaus? I don't remember what his name is. This is a German guy, and he's speaking German, and he's talking to Paul, who's speaking English, and he's talking to Kazuya, who's speaking Japanese, and they all understand each other perfectly. They're all polyglots. It's awesome. Leo is gender ambitious per Harada. Okay, all right. I thought he was just a pretty boy. My bad. Leo isn't German, though. Isn't them Sweden or something? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. All I know is that Leo beat my ass in the story mode. Dude, I was doing the story mode and I was on normal difficulty because I was like, I'm not going on easy. And then I lost to Kazuya once and I'm like, phew, now I'll really try. And I beat him. And I was at Leo for legitimately 4 tries. We got to play story mode for an hour and a half. And 30 minutes of my gameplay was fighting Leo. Everybody else I swept through. I beat Hwoarang, I beat Kazuya, I beat, I think Nina, I don't remember, but I played a couple people, but Leo gave me a lot of trouble, which is pissing me off. They're also setting something up with this character, who I think is that's the Heihachi girl, right? She's like Heihachi's... Will you play Project L? If I get fun League characters. Right now, my problem with Project L is all the characters suck. Like, I have this problem with League in general, where they are really appealing to sensibilities that are not mine, let's say. They're going very anime. And, like, the characters kind of reflect that. Ari, Darius, Jinx, Echo, like some of this is from Arcane, like Echo, Jinx. But like, I don't like any of these characters. You don't like Echo? I fucking hate Echo. A lot of it is poisoned by the game itself. It's like Reverse Smash, where I liked Luigi until I played him in Smash, or fought him in Smash. This game, I don't like these characters because I fucking hate them in League. Because Echo somehow has a move that slows you and speeds him up, and he hits you 3 times and you blow up. He uses all of his moves on CD and gets away no matter what, has full screen dashes. I fucking hate Echo. Coney hates Echo because he plays stupid no-moving mid laners. No, I hate Echo because he's using every move on CD, hitting me under tower, running away, and I can't do anything about it because he wins every trade. That's why I hate Echo. Stupid-ass character. I hate Ari because all she does is just fish for 1 skill shot, and if she hits them, I'm dead. If she hits that move, I'm dead. That's enough League talk, okay? Let's stop now. Echo is Luigi. Kind of. Yeah. But I need cool characters. Like, if I could get, like, a Swain, or a Bard, or... I don't know. I would kill for a Xerath. I love Xerath, but I would not play Xerath in this game. Cho'Gath? No. If you're going to add a tank, it has to be Scion. If you put a tank in this game, it's Scion. It's definitely Scion. Absolutely. because he's like the most lore relevant. And also, Scion is like, they want him to be good. Scion's one of those characters that, like, Riot clearly want him to be a good character. I think. That's just my perception. Thoughts on Set being added? He will be added. Set will absolutely be added because I think that is another character that appeals to anime sensibilities. Yeah. So I don't like any of these characters, but if I get a character I like, I'll play Project L. I'll probably do it no matter what, just because it might be fun, but that's it. I hope they had Kindred. Shut up. Shut up. Stupid character. Set is literally the fighter of League. Yeah, he probably would fit perfectly. Has the stupid cat ears. Where's the stupid guys like Singed and Mundo? Singed is like a big deal in Arcane. He's like the big bad, so he'll probably be in it. Coney, will you ever do a League stream? No. Or watch League lore YouTube vids with chat? Double no. Never. I might do a League side stream, but probably not. Every Arcane character gets in, which unfortunately means Jace. Well, is Karma in Arcane? Am I making that up? No, I'm thinking of the woman he sleeps with. I forget what her name is. The council lady. Whatever her name was. Warwick is. The mayor. Is that what she is? The mayor? Is that what it is? What if they have Rammus? No, I don't want to play Rammus. Stupid. The only thing I've ever consumed for League is Enemy by Imagine Dragons because JID was on it. Okay. Imagine Dragons is so weird to me because it was weird to see them get popular because I heard them on the radio and I was like, wow, this sucks. They're saying nonsense. Like, their lyrics don't mean anything. I can't believe this is popular. And then the internet turned on them. And I was like, what, you guys don't like them now? What happened? Is it just because they're popular? Is it like a Nickelback thing? Or they make ad music? It just, like, I listened to their music, and it was literally, like, one line didn't make sense in context with the next line. They just kept making up. I think it was it that one, like, tell mom. That's not Imagine Dragons, is it? Sometimes goodbye is a second chance. That one. Is that the one? Tell my mother. That's Shinedown. Oh, they're bad too. No, I'm thinking of Shinedown. Shinedown sucks. Never mind. I'm not mad. Imagine Dragons is fine. I fucking hate Shinedown. That's what it is. I hate Shinedown. That's what it is. Imagine Dragons is car commercial music. Shinedown is garbage. Like ass. That's what I'm thinking of. Yes, you're right. True. Yeah, okay. All right, I want to watch a movie. Shall we? So I asked a question on the stream the other day. I asked a question on stream the other day that had to do with one of the challenges that I did because I was curious as to how this game works. And a helpful chatter gave me an answer right away. Why are Mario Kart 64 computers so fast? I want you to see this thumbnail. They cheat. I need to know how they do it. I would just want to know how bad it is. How do they rubber band so bad? And also, why did I get 3 lightning bolts? Remember that? I got 3 lightning bolts in like 2nd and 3rd place. What happened?
64 do not play fair. The computer players in Mario Kart 64 do not play fair.
True.
In fact, they cheat so hard that you'd swear someone edited their files and forgot to disable them. From speed boosts to hard.
Wait, do they not? So they don't get knocked up, but do they just like they just stop?
And forgot to disable them. From
Okay.
speed boosts to driving through walls and ignoring items, they do everything, including a CPU-only skip. In fact, before you begin a race, the game is already stacking the deck against you.
Why do they have
as it
to
selects
skip if
2
they could just
characters that will
cheat?
act as your steroid-infused rivals. Rival characters are coincidentally selected on the character select screen the moment you pick your racer, with rival pairings being somewhat based on who you pick. So Toad will never see Wario or Luigi as rivals, while Mario can. but Toad will see Luigi and Wario. So why does the order matter?
What? Wait a minute. Is this why I was fighting Luigi when I did it the other night? Oh, dude, because I was fighting Luigi was second place in the cup.
All rivals are created equal, and in this case, one will be the primary rival, with the other being the secondary.
Why did they code this? I guess it's like an F-Zero thing, but like, how do you even...
All other CPUs are generic, with no special abilities, so I'll be referring to them as
What
Marties.
beef do Luigi and Toad have? Might be fighting for Mario's love, I think. If I had to guess something, maybe they both, like, Mario, like, trying to get attention. Like Toad wants to be his real little brother.
For the rest of the video, both rivals are given special rubber banding abilities that increase their top speed and handling, allowing them to keep pace with the player. If we look at handling, the CPUs aren't programmed to do many turbos, the mechanic that lets players take tight corners and rewards them with a speed boost. The game instead lets rival characters take corners as tight as they want, with no penalty to speed.
I want to play that game!
This wasn't bad enough.
That looks cool!
If a rival isn't in a position to take a corner without hitting the wall, they will turn off collision and drive through the wall without any penalties. And on tracks like Toad's Turnpike, where there are moving hazards, things get even more weird.
No way they just go through the cars.
In
they
a
better
bit.
not.
For now, let's focus on speed, which has 3 different maximums for rivals and Marties. If a rival is a certain distance behind you, they will use their maximum top speed. The exact value varies, but it's higher than the player's base maximum of 70, which lets the rival...
Wait, I'm going 70 miles an hour? Wait, no, that's kilometer. How fast is 70? 40 miles an hour. That's still fast. That's pretty fast, though. Like, if they crash, they would die, right? If you crashed in a go-kart going 40, would you die? Like, if a red shell hit me, I would definitely die. If I hit a car, I would. If I hit a train, I would die.
Which lets the rivals catch up to you fairly easily.
Surely.
When a rival overtakes a player, 2 things will happen. If they are in first
scream.
or second, their maximum speed will be reduced, which allows you to catch up.
Okay, another question.
If
Maybe
they
I
are
need
in
a whole other
first or
10-minute
second,
video on
their
this. Is
maximum
there any reason to go for this? Why did Luigi do that? Why does he have a little balloon come down?
Speed will...
Like, is there something good there? Always a blue shell. That's what I'm saying. Is there any reason to get that? It spawns a specific item. If it's not a lightning bolt, I don't want it.
Be reduced, which allows you to catch up. But if they're further down in the pack, they'll keep their top speed until they reach first or second. Marties are even more interesting, as they will go top speed at all times. But if they get too close to the primary rival, another special ability kicks in. When a Marty approaches a primary rival, a speed reduction is...
Wait, I wasn't paying attention. What the fuck is a Marty? I didn't... Non-rivals. Okay.
Forced upon them, capping their speed to a lower maximum, which prevents them from catching the rivals. You can see this in action by toggling the character placement UI, as the 2 rivals will be clearly ahead of the Marties, with no ground ever being gained on them.
It's like
the only exception to the slowdown mechanic is when a Marty is near an area where they need to make a jump, as they will ignore the reduction and get up to speed.
Where did Luigi go?
So they don't
Luigi
area
like went
where they need
into
to
the
make
dirt.
A jump, as they
He like got buried. Goodbye.
Will ignore the reduction and get up to speed so they don't fall in the hazards. The speed reduction aura is quite powerful, but what happens if you interfere with a rival and force them to the back? If you harass the primary rival with items and put
Yoshi
it into
alone?
8th place, the Marties will never hit the trigger that slows them down, so they will drive at top speed until the rival catches up and overtakes them, as the top speed for the rival is slightly higher than the top speed of the Marties.
Do you need this? This is so complicated. Wouldn't it be way better for Nintendo to just be like, okay, this is how fast they go? Like, do they need rivals? Does it build, like, investment in the player, I guess? Why would Nintendo do this? It feels way simpler to just tell them to race. Maybe the player is like, hey, we really want to make players hate Wario. Builds competition? That's what I'm saying. Like, is the idea to create, like... You're creating a memorable moment when you play Mario Kart because you're like, oh, I remember Peach. I fucking hated her. She always blah, 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 blah. Mini narratives, yeah. It's like how everybody hates Gandhi in Civilization. Like that kind of thing. You're creating this, like, this moment that people can kind of remember and bond about. I guess.
Interesting cheat the rivals use is matching your speed.
Maybe so that the Cubs will be competitive. Oh, that's true. Yeah, if you don't have rivals, then the Cubs are going to be like, if different people play second, then you're never going to be close. That's a
While
good
using
point.
boost items, here's the placement UI when using a star or mushroom. As you can see, the rivals keep pace no matter
Nuclear
how fast
Gandhi
you
is
go.
so funny.
Since we are on the topic of items, this would have been a great transition, but there's one more thing we need to cover, and that's CPU pathing. Regardless of if a CPU is a rival or a Marty, they will get assigned to one of the 3 paths that are programmed into the track: left, middle, and right.
Oh.
Based upon where they start on the first track of a Grand Prix, their path will change.
Why did he...
As each starting position will assign them to a specific path, except
oh,
on
why are
Yoshi
they-
Valley,
why
where
are the
due to
renders
the branching
different?
paths of the track itself, the CPUs get assigned to one of 4 unique paths to navigate the course. So how does pathing help them cheat? On every track, the path assignments only serve to stop the CPUs from bumping into each other to avoid track congestion, except on Toad's Turnpike, where they break the pathing rule constantly. Toad's Turnpike is the only course with hazards that move around the track, as it's filled with vehicles, and
Yeah.
rather than have the CPUs constantly crash into cars, the devs coded them to switch paths if a vehicle is detected in its lane. This is a good fix to
Wow,
avoid a cluster
that
truck
seems
on the
like a
track,
lot of
and
work.
on its own doesn't
Good
qualify
for
as
them.
cheating, as they will still get launched if they collide with a vehicle.
Bro, if I was Nintendo, I'd just be like, are they on screen? Go through that car. If I can't see them, they get to go through the car. I'm not dealing with that shit.
Provided
I'm
that
not
they are
coding
on
that.
screen. If a computer player is off screen, it gets another ability which puts it at Super Saiyan 3, where it's no longer affected by vehicle
Never mind.
collision. This lets
Never,
them
I'm Nintendo. Yup, go
to stay
through
on
it.
their current path
Yeah,
and
let's
drive
go,
through cars,
Bowser.
allowing rivals to catch up to you even faster. Other tracks
mind,
have hazards
never
as well, and using
Very
a special camera, we can see that while off screen, the CPUs will be affected by the rocks on Choco Mountain, the snowmen on Frap Snowland, the egg on Yoshi Valley, and the plants on
Dude,
Choco Mountain.
this is
the
very
snow-
random. I tuned into Liam's stream the other night at 2 a.m. to go to bed. He was on Frap Snowland for 2 hours. He was trying to do, I think, he was trying to get an all gold cup, like he wanted to get first on everything. He hit these fucking snowmen constantly. He could not avoid them. It was absurd. Craziest thing I've ever fucking seen.
The snowmen on Frap Snowland, the egg on Yoshi Valley, and the plants on Mario and Royal Raceway. But there are exceptions. On Calamari Desert,
Liam
the
is tweaking
CPUs
too
will-
much for me to watch at night. Really? He's pretty quiet. But the one thing that is the funniest thing in his chat, it's so it's the oh with the lull, funniest fucking thing. That is extremely funny every time. That shit is so good. And I've never brought it up to this chat because I don't want people to steal it and start doing it here like a Germa bit. But I think it's so funny. It's so good. I think that's very funny.
Ignore the train while off screen, along with the porcupines
Just kidding.
on Yoshi
Oh,
Valley.
okay.
But the Thwomps on Bowser's Castle are
You have the turtle. Use the turtle O. It's the same thing.
perhaps the most surprising, as while they will drive through the Thwomps if they aren't on camera,
There
they
you
will
go,
still
yeah.
be flattened if they get
I did not know they made that face. I don't like that.
squashed. Hazards aren't the only thing that have different off-screen
What are the snowmen? Are they bombs? I never really thought about it. How are they killing people?
behavior, which brings us to items, the CPU's
Rick
ace in
and
the hole
Morty
when it
face.
comes to cheating. While on screen, the behavior from CPUs isn't
I love
incredibly
Moo Moo
different
Meadows.
from what happens to a player when they're hit by an item.
God damn! This is a minefield.
So let's have a look.
A fucking
Red and
wasteland.
green shells cause the same effect, but to a different degree, with red shells sending anyone hit flying into the air with a tumble, while green shells do the same, but with reduced height. If hit by a lightning bolt,
Bouncing
the full
around.
shrinking animation
What a
plays for the
violent game.
CPUs, and if they're squished, the entire animation of them being flattened will play out. If
Mm-hmm.
a CPU is struck by a banana on camera, they will immediately stop and spin in place instead of sliding, while a player will spin out and slide for a small distance before coming to a
I love
stop.
the idea that they only do it if you're watching them. They look around for a camera.
So while on screen, only the banana has a different behavior from what happens to a player, but off screen, things happen a lot differently.
Oh, yeah?
If we look at green shells, the off-screen behavior removes the height but keeps the tumble, resulting in a quicker recovery time. Red shells are a bit different, however, as
Yeah,
the
they just kind of drive through it, man. I kind of like that. That's some Fast and Furious shit. They're tumbling in the car, but they're still at top speed.
CPU will come to a complete stop, then resume racing, with no tumble or height resulting from the hit. If you look at the progress UI, you can see this play out as well, as a character hit with a red shell on screen will
I
have
felt
the
like I
portrait
saw
jump
that
up and
before.
down.
I feel like I've seen people like bounce around and nothing happens.
But if they're hit while off screen, the portrait will only make a little dip, then resume making progress on the track. The AI will also drive into the fake item box without trying to avoid it, and when struck on screen, they're sent straight into the air while tumbling.
Do they program certain characters to be awful too? Because like I've seen Rivals before where it's like, okay, they want me to fight Wario or whatever, but sometimes I'll see like Bowser get 3/8.
But if they
like
collide
he gets
with
last
one
place
off-screen,
several times
they
in a
suffer
row.
the same effect as hitting a red shell. When it comes to the bolt, they
Wario's
still
awful
receive
at
the shrink
Banshee
animation
Boardwalk.
while off screen.
He's
but if they
scared.
are flattened by another CPU or the player, they recover
I would be
instantly,
too.
rather than playing out the full animation where they're flattened or the player.
This shit pissed me off so much, dude. I still don't know what the right path is. I hate this level. Who's winning? I don't know.
They recover instantly.
The
rather than
bridge? There are several bridges. Do you go left? Then what? Left, right, middle?
playing out the full animation where they're flat and float to the
Just
ground.
left.
On
Okay.
Yoshi Valley, the bolt can also cause CPUs to fall off the track.
You just
if
stay
they're being
left.
observed,
That's
an
stupid.
invisible Lakitu will come and pick them up. But if they're off screen when this occurs, they will immediately snap back to the track with
It's a
minimal
Wile
time
E.
loss.
Coyote
When
shit.
it comes to the most famous
I don't
item
believe in
Mario
gravity.
Kart, any racer hit by the blue shell will be sent flying with a tumble effect while on screen. But if you're in 8th place and use a blue shell, it will have the same effect as a red and bring any CPUs it hits to a stop before they resume, rendering the most devastating item to the same status as a common red shell. Before we get to the banana, there are exceptions to the on-screen off-screen state, which are in sections where CPUs will likely be seen by the player from another area as the game—
Pull up the map and draw the smallest loop you can. Wait a minute. What's it called? Yoshi's Island? I don't know how to put this. Mario Kart 64? Oh, Yoshi's Valley. Okay, so you start... Okay. You start here. You go round and then left and then... That's not the fastest! Is it? I guess it's the fastest because it's the most straightaways. I would go right, straight, and then loop. Is it really just left? No. I would go right and then this way. But straightaways don't have boosts? Why is that the fastest? You can't mini turbo. Yeah, you need turns. Yes, it's just left. Are you sure? Yours is the fastest in Mario Kart 8. Wait, really? I had the world record on Yoshi Valley. It's left. It's left so you can drift into the turn. Yeah, but there's only one turn, and then it's just straight. Are you sure? No. If I go... If I go... Okay. This... That's way less. That's way less. Are you serious? Okay, so these two, they meet here. So it's just red line versus blue line. The red line is way shorter. The red line is much shorter, and you get to drift. You get to drift all the way around on this. Are you serious? Yes! Am I stupid? I feel like the red line's shorter. Am I dumb? Okay, look. They meet up at this point. They meet up here. So ignore everything from here up. Which line is shorter? I think it's red. Are you crazy? No, the red one's shorter. The loop, Coney. Yeah, you hit a fucking full 360 drift on it. It looks shorter because of the loop. They're about the same. Okay. Okay, all right. You have to slow down for the first turn on the red line. Yeah, but you get a drift there. And you have to turn here, and it's a bridge. You could fall there. You know what? I think it's even. True? Shake? I think Chad is being difficult. I don't know how you can... Well... I think the red line is shorter than the blue line. I don't think there's any contesting that. True?
Game has the CPUs behave as if they are always on screen. Almost all of these are near jumps, as Frapp Snowland.
I wish
Wario
there was
Stadium,
a way in Paint to take a line and stretch it out and then measure it.
Royal
I wish I could
Raceway
do that.
And Bowser's Castle all have ramp sections,
Thank you,
and it's
Chaos.
likely
Thanks for
these
the
were
prime.
included in an attempt to stop players from seeing the CPUs cheat, as there's a chance they will be seen by the player when they should be on screen.
We hide them.
There are additional areas like this, with the hairpin corner on Royal Raceway being
Yup.
a prime example, as the CPUs take full hits here even while off screen.
Wait, they hide? Oh, that's funny. That's probably why they do that DK area, too. In the DK, when you have to go right into the trees with the monkeys?
It's not known why this area was coded this way,
Oh,
but
that's
it's a
funny.
key component in the CPU-only shortcut, which
Oh,
means it's finally
cheatiness,
time
they
to
hide.
talk about the banana. The banana peel is the most powerful item for CPUs in the entire game,
It
and
is
its
not.
power lies in how they cheat when they're hit. As previously mentioned, the banana's on-screen behavior has CPUs stop and spin in place, but oddly enough, the off-screen behavior has them copy what happens to player characters when they're hit by a banana, as they'll slide.
Bowser.
Off-screen behavior has
Bowser's on
them copy what
fucking
happens
black
to player
ice. Look at Bowser. Look
characters
out!
when they're
Oh my god, dude. Bowser is scooting all the way in sideways. Break stuck!
But oddly
Break
enough,
stuck!
the off-screen
Look
behavior has them copy what happens to player characters when they're hit by a
Oh,
banana,
that's so funny
as
to
they'll
me.
slide and spin for a short distance.
good.
You might think that a sliding spin-out doesn't count as cheating, but while in this state, they ignore collisions with walls as well, which unlocks their greatest power, the ability to do CPU-only shortcuts.
Like
In
wall
this
hacks?
clip, Yoshi has cleared the stairs and made it into the courtyard where disaster strikes. Wario flies out of the wall and slams
the race
into
is
him.
over
While
for him.
CPUs can drive through walls,
How did
this only
where
flies
did
out.
Wario come from?
Yoshi has cleared the stairs
Wait a
and made
minute. Wario's not even in the top 4.
it into the courtyard where
Imagine being the Yoshi. Imagine being this player and going to school and telling your friends this happened to you, and
disaster
nobody would
strikes.
believe you. He fucking Wario came out like out of a plane. Wow! Imagine you're in first place and Wario does this shit to you and you lose. You lose because of Ghost Wario haunting you.
disaster strikes. Wario flies out of the wall and slams into him.
That's
while
extremely
CPUs
funny.
can
Just
drive
Swanton
through walls,
bombs
this
you?
only applies when they are cutting corners near the path they're on.
That's so
and no
good.
path runs through the walls in the stairway
Oh,
section
don't,
to
Wario,
the
don't
courtyard.
do that.
The only
Don't go through
conceivable
the wall,
way that
Wario.
Wario
Stop
could have
that.
went through 2 walls was by another CPU laying a banana just before he arrived. This would cause him to slide since he's off screen, and due to CPUs ignoring collision while banana sliding, he slips through the 2 walls
And he just
slams
keeps
into
going.
Yoshi.
He was going
This
very
is just
fast.
a minor shortcut, however, as it only skips the stairs and courtyard for a 2-second time save.
That's a lot of seconds. It's only 2 seconds? That seems huge.
And it can be done by humans with the help of a mushroom and a technical understanding of how walls work. But I promised you a CPU-only shortcut.
I know how walls
and for
work, and I
that,
can't do
we need
that.
to head to Royal Raceway. On the hairpin
love
before
Royal
the jump,
Raceway.
the track has a wall on the corner so you can't hop over the hill and skip the turn entirely. But if a computer player is struck by a banana at the right angle as they enter the hairpin, they will slide over the water or go through the wall, and then the fun begins.
Oh,
What
I thought he was
they will
gonna,
slide
I thought he was gonna go
over the water
down here and then yoop and then like shoot back up this way.
or go through the wall,
Okay.
and then the fun begins. What happens
We're hitting the
next isn't
triangle on
understood
this.
very well, as there hasn't been much research into how Lakitu rescues CPUs. But after careening through the wall or out into the water, the computer will get teleported further down the track. In this clip, you can see Yoshi in first place, but suddenly his dot stops moving on the map, which is likely from hitting a banana and being sent out of bounds through the wall. You'll see his dot disappear and then reappear behind the finish line, with Yoshi now in first, having skipped the majority.
Oh, wait, that... Never mind. I thought that put it back a lot. Bro, he paid off Lakitu.
But suddenly...
Well, he was already in first. Can humans do this?
Dot stops moving on
Coney
the map,
skip.
which is likely from hitting a banana.
He just slipped Lakitu a couple $100, couple gold coins.
Sent out of bounds through the wall.
Buddy,
You'll see
help
his
me
dot
out here.
disappear and then reappear behind the finish line, with Yoshi now in first,
It's
having
CPU
skipped the
only?
majority of
Damn.
the lap. How far ahead the CPUs are warped appears to be random, and in
That's
some cases, they even get teleported to the finish line.
Yay,
Finish line
Yoshi!
teleport glitches are known about, and they occur when Lakitu can't find a path marker to drop you on. In this case, world-famous runner Abney theorizes that the CPU became associated with a path marker that's mid-air on the jump. Lakitu can't put you down on a path marker in mid-air.
I never realized how strong he is. He's picking you up and the car. You ever think of that?
So he looks for the last path marker you were associated with. But since the last place the game recognized you as being present was the mid-air jump, he fails to find a path marker. And when this happens, he's instructed to place you at the finish line as a failsafe, which results in a shortcut that only CPUs can perform. All of this begs one question.
Why do they not stop for the train? I didn't realize that until the other night. They don't stop for the train. They like slow down to a crawl, but they keep going.
The CPUs cheat in the first place. For rival selection and speed buffs, the reason was to make the game competitive, as those features serve to keep you on your toes. But the item cheating features aren't necessarily for this reason alone. While it is true that CPUs can keep pace easier if they aren't receiving full damage from items, the reality is that the game was pushing the limits of the hardware, and if you've ever played 4-player mode, you've probably encountered lag. By reducing the amount of physics interactions that needed to be calculated for the CPUs, this lessened the load on the hardware and allowed players to have a lag-free experience. Well, most of the time. The developers really applied the observer effect from physics and created Schrodinger's AI, as their behavior is completely different once observed. But if you want to observe something cool in future videos, become a patron and see your name appear in the credits.
Pretty good. That was a good CTA. Well done. I like that. Why are the N64 Mario Kart models so funny? I think there's so much charm to N64 models, and I don't know what it is. They look like beanbag characters. They're beanie babies, you know what I mean? Plasticky fake 3D look. Yeah, there's something about it to me that I love. It's so good. But I don't know how you can't like go back to it. It would look weird if you tried again. Well, maybe not, I don't know. Mario Wonder did like a lot of stuff inspired by Mario 3 and like those old designs, and that looked great, so this is apropos of nothing. Why did we roboticated? Oh, because we learned something. Yes, I'm roboticated too. We all learned something today. Good movie.
Near the path they're on.
I'll drop a like, shall we? I'll do that. I like that. Why the biggest cheater in Mario Kart 64 wasn't caught. Oh my god, there's a lot of... Wait, we're doing the Carl Jobst thing. Jobst? With the J? Biggest cheater in Pokemon history was finally caught 6 hours ago. Huh. Drop a sub too while you're at it. You know what? I will. Damn, it did the thing. You should have said to like the video. True. Ring the bell? Shut up. My ass is never ringing a bell. I will never ring a bell. Cheating in Pokemon? Yeah, I don't know. Well, Wolfie just won again. Maybe he did it. I don't know. What if Wolfie was cheating this whole time? It'd be a scandal. Somebody somebody requested this video a long time ago, and I want to see it. We keep talking about watching it, and we never did. But today, we explore the wild world of DDR controllers. Shall we?
So the only option I had was to compromise. This is a soft...
Dance, dance, revolution!
When I was a kid, I wanted a DDR pad so fucking bad. Not DDR, but it was, hold on. I was a pump it up guy. I thought Wolfie got second. Oh, really? I thought he won. They're so ass. Well, no, I wanted the metal one. I wanted this shit, which are like $200, I think, for the shitty one. And my parents wouldn't get one for me, so you could get these $30 bullshit ones. I love Pump It Up. I liked it so much more because it's like more natural than DDR, but it's also just clearly a ripoff. It's like the same thing, but in all the opposite in all the directions DDR didn't get. But isn't it the same thing? Kind of. Pump It Up is fucked up because you'll have to hit 3 at the same time. So like, you'll have to hit like up, left, middle, and down, right. How? You can either stomp your foot in between, or you can do what I did and hit the. You go down, hit your hands like this one. You do this. You do what Mario does, except your feet are on the ground. Hit the like that. Although, so I think it was like Exceed. I want to tell you guys. So I used to be like deep in the Pump It Up community when I was a kid. Weird as that is, like 15, 16. And I would travel to different malls to play Pump It Up. And there was one game during Pump It. It was really weird. I met with like grown adults who were like in their early 20s, like mid 20s. I was like 16, 17, 18, just playing Pump It Up. And I was, I played Exceed. I think it was Exceed. I don't remember. But there was one Pump It Up game where the difficulty, like, jumped the shark and it got stupid, where you had to hit all 5 buttons and hold them. And, like, on one of them, you had to, like, stomp it over and over, all 5, and just... So stupid. How? I don't know. I don't know how you're supposed to do it. I wish I could look up the name of the song. It might have been Monkey Magic. Is it Monkey Magic? No, that one's easy. It's not Monkey Magic. It's a monkey song. Hold on. Monkey Finger. That's it. Okay. Pump It Up Monkey Finger. Crazy. I think this is it. I think it's at the end. If it loads. Maybe it's not. Am I getting DNS'd? Oh my god, I remember this song. This shit's hard. Dude, when I saw that you had to do this, you have to hold this while hitting the other things, this is psychotic to do to a player. Like, I was 16 years old trying to do this. It's so stupid. I think it was at the end. No, it's not at the end. I might be thinking of doubles. I'm not going to look it up. But you see this? You had to hit down. I think you're supposed to sit here. Sit? Yeah, I think you're supposed to sit backwards. So you hit down right and then down. That's the implication of the chart. With the sit business, yeah. Anyway, sorry for the Pump It Up stun lock. Games like this, my brain can't wrap around. Games like that are my analogy of why I'm bad at Smash. Because I used to be able to play Pump It Up, and then I got my metabolism slowed down, and I lived a more sedentary lifestyle, and now I'm fatter. But I can still read the chart,
we played during
but my body
class
can't
as a
do
kid,
it.
But we only
I feel
had
the
one
same
pad.
way about
so
Smash
one kid
Bros.
would play, then the rest of the class would just watch the screen and would just stomp on the ground and pretend to play.
That's awesome. I like that a lot. Did the teacher enforce it? Like if you didn't want to play, he was like, "No, you got to do the fake dancing." That's just dance. I mean, I get. What songs did you have to do? We had that. You had that too? Trying to think of like the hard songs. Paranoia. Max 3000. You probably played Butterfly, right? Probably Butterfly. Ooh. It's weird that these games were so influential to like a certain generation, including mine. I still remember my Pump It Up and my DDR sets. I played Suguru. Played Solitary on Pump It Up. I'll never forget it. Final Audition 2.
Dance Dance Revolution is one of my favorite things ever, and that love developed entirely from playing the game at home. Throughout my life, I've had very few arcades near me, and none of them had DDR, so the only option I had was to
went to a private school? Dude, I've told this story before. When I was in, like, high school, like 9th grade, I was convinced. I tried so hard, because I loved Pump It Up. I tried so hard to get my school to buy a Pump It Up machine. I was begging. And I kept telling my Spanish teacher about how bad I wanted it. And she humored me for so long. I was like, no, it'd actually be really good because we could promote physical fitness and it would be in the middle of the school and then people could just play it and then it would be a really good way to get everybody fit and excited and then people could come see. And really, I just wanted to play Pump It Up because I was good at Pump It Up and I wanted people to see I was good at something. But the fucking Spanish teacher, I wanted an ally. And she was like, wow, that's a really good idea. I would go there on my lunch break and tell Miss Ortiz about my idea for Pump It Up at the school. I was such a fucking geek. I just kept telling her and she was so sweet. I did this like 4 times. I made a PowerPoint to send to my principal, Miss Stratton. So embarrassing. And she was like, yeah, we'll think about that. Maybe we will. Maybe we will do that. We're not going to fucking do that. We just got vending machines. Like that year. We were the oldest school in Maryland. I went to school at the oldest school in Maryland. We didn't have electricity in the gym. We didn't have Pump It Up. Did you even learn any Spanish? Me llamo Coney. Me gusta pizza y hot dogs.
Compromise. This
Me gusta rojo.
is a soft pad, and it is
What do you mean undo?
most accessible DDR thing ever produced since they were bundled with...
Muy bien, Coney. Y también. Y también. Sí. I think the funniest thing in the world, I don't know, one of my favorite bits is Spanish 101 conversations about how much you love, like, your hair color, how tall you are, your favorite foods. I think that is so funny.
With nearly every DDR home board. You can get one for 15 to 30 bucks, plug it in, and it just works, but that cheapness comes at a cost. While you're playing the game, they never stay put. They like to slide all over the place. And it becomes a force of habit after a song ends to reach down and rotate it back.
Yo tiene 5 feet. Pilar? What are feet? Manos. Pies y piezas. No piezas. I'm literally thinking of Disney World when they tell you pier y piernas. Pies. That's what it is. They tell you to keep your arms, legs inside the vehicle. Cinco y nueve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Y 9 inches. That...
to its normal position. Yeah. This is such a commonplace issue that people just tape them to the floor. Another problem is that there's no tactile feedback at all. The top layer is completely flat plastic. You can't...
I went to Taco Bell once, and the guy told me Cállate, and I was like, oh, hey, I'm here.
Feel where the edges of the buttons are with your feet, so the only way to center yourself is to look down.
I thought he was saying hi.
And the last issue with them is the inconsistency, depending on how old your pad is, who
that
made
shit's
it, where
slippery.
it came from, how much use it's
Don't
had.
use that shit on the hardwood. You're gonna break your fucking neck. If you're on this, you're gonna die.
It's a toss-up on how sensitive the pad is going to be. Either it's too sensitive and registers a press when you don't want it to, or you stomp on it really hard and nothing happens, or maybe it'll happen too late. Occasionally I'll stumble upon a soft pad that gets the sensitivity just right. Personally, I've had the best experience with official Konami pads and the Nintendo Mario Mix pad, but even in the best case scenario, soft pads still aren't viable for competitive play.
I
Some
fell down
people
so
mod
many
their
times
soft pads
playing on
by
these,
plating them with wood.
You need the metal one.
A little bit too much.
Okay, so I thought of a lot of different ways that I could phrase this video, and the best way that I could come up with was a tier list. I know it's a bit cheesy, but just bear with me, okay? Okay,
sure.
So the left side is for foot controllers, and the
lists.
right side is for hand controllers. We're just gonna focus on the left side for right now. In general, those standard issue plastic soft pads land firmly in the E tier. There is another kind of soft pad, and as far as I know, they don't really have a name, so I'm just gonna call them thick pads. They have these big, thick pieces of foam inside of them, which adds some
like
weight
a
and makes them
daycare.
slide around a bit less. Some of them have tactile bumps on the panels, so I can feel where they are with my feet and center myself without looking. The thick pads are slightly better enough.
I mean, you'll
to
put
edge
that
their
shit
way
D.
into the D.
Yeah, I was
and
gonna
of
say,
course,
that's
the
not
dream
any
would be
better,
to have
no.
your very own DDR cabinet, right? Well, that'd be A tier. Well, that's very clever to put DDR-A in the A tier. Okay, I'm not specifically referring to DDR-A. It's just a
What's
visual
DDR-A?
summary of DDR cabinets in general. But why isn't it S tier? Well, I'll
Yeah.
tell you, okay? Not all DDR cabinets are made equal. Despite being produced and distributed by Konami themselves, they range in quality greatly. You can't just call Konami and be like, hello, I would like one Dance Dance Revolution, please. It just doesn't work that way. So you're not gonna get a new one. Even then, old used.
That reminds me, that baby sound, my daughter's really into Boss Baby right now. Subscribe now with Twitch Prime, otherwise you're not going to hear this story. Subscribe now and you won't get any ads. Tier 1 or a Twitch Prime, everybody. Subscribe now or you're not going to hear my Boss Baby story. Yeah, sorry for dropping that out of nowhere. I just heard the baby sound. I forgot to tell you guys. She loves Boss Baby and she watches it every day. Do you like Boss Baby? You know, it's a better movie than I thought it would be. It's actually not that bad. It's not that bad. Seriously. The second is awful, but we're not watching the second one. It's not that... It's pretty creative. Okay, so the whole point of the movie is that this baby shows up, and he's the boss, and the kid hates him because he... It's a metaphor for being an only child, and then a sibling shows up. It's a fucking metaphor. It didn't really happen. They establish early on that it's an imagination thing. However, then there are other times where something really did happen. Like there's like an owner of a puppy corporation, and they like send him into space on a rocket or something. Yeah, so it's a metaphor. It's not real. So it's like Fight Club. It is like Fight Club. Yeah. Anyway, that's Boss Baby. It's available on Netflix now.
Cabinets are difficult to get, expensive, and very bulky, but let's say you managed to find one for sale and were able to drive out
the
with a
rocket
truck to
actually
transfer it
happened.
home.
Yeah.
It doesn't just end there. You gotta find a place to put it. It's gonna need to be cleaned and repaired. You spent hundreds, maybe even a couple thousand on this thing, and you're still gonna have to buy some replacement parts. And when it's all said and done, unless you wanna mod it, you are still limited to only playing the songs that were originally on that cabinet. No more, no
Shouldn't
less.
be that
What a
hard
lot
to
of people
mod,
that are
though.
in this situation would do is they'll
Wait a minute.
separately undone.
You guys
Unless
remember
you
how I
wanna
told you about the CRT? If you touch this red wire, you die instantly. I told you all about this wire. I have that right behind me in this cabinet. You see that right there? That's a CRT monitor. If that monitor has a CRT line. If I touch that, I will die. Is that not the scariest thing you've ever heard?
Mod it, you are still limited to only playing the songs
You just
that
you pop like a grape. It just...
were originally on that cabinet, no more, no less.
Why
What a
is
lot of
it
people that are in this
exposed? It's a
situation
CRT.
would do is they'll separate
CRTs are
a
just
pad from the
radioactive little
cabinet
boxes.
and then mod the pad so they can plug it into whatever they want, like a PC or some sort of adapter box, and then use that instead of relying on the cabinet. If you're willing to put in the time and the energy, then it is a really good option. The end result is fantastic, and it deserves to be this high
He's a bar holder.
on the list, but it just doesn't deserve the S tier because it relies on external variables that you don't have any control over. So
he's
the middle
dancing.
ground between an arcade
I hate
cabinet
bar
and
holders.
a soft pad would be homebrew
If you can't
pads.
balance
They're
on
made
your
by
own,
fans with no intervention from
deserve it.
Konami, but because they're homebrew, they're made to be tweaked. You have to be prepared to DIY when something goes wrong. The Cobalt Flux is very well liked by the DDR community, but it is constantly out of stock, and trying to find a used one is very difficult. The L-Tech pads are always in stock, but they're manufactured in Poland, so if you're American like I am, be prepared to pay hundreds of dollars for shipping.
Why does Poland love DDR?
Speaking from experience, of course, because in order to get one, I had to spend around $650 in total. So the L-Tech pad, was it worth it?
Polish dancing
I'd say that
pad.
it was worth it to me. I'll just say that it's got some baggage. This is my very first DDR hard
Bro,
pad.
that
I've
shit
never
is-
owned one before,
is
and for the
shaking.
price I
That's a
paid,
C
I was a little disappointed. I
C tier.
justified
Nope,
the high
doesn't
price tag because I foolishly thought this would be endgame. I have a hard pad with a hand bar, just like the arcades.
Looks like
but the
shit.
reality of it is that it just made me want a real arcade pad even
Back
more.
to
because
Poland.
the L-Tech pad is very homebrewy. You have to do a bunch of mods in order for it to even be competitive. With that being said, I did take the time to do those mods, a control board replacement and the steel plate sensitivity mod, and as a result, my experience was vastly improved compared to the stock unit. One very common complaint that I also agree with is, wow, this bar sucks.
Yeah, that
I
shit
do
is
not
wobbly,
like this bar.
bro.
It wobbles all over the
That
dang
shit's
place.
maybe you should take your hand off it. If you can't balance, you can't dance.
It doesn't matter.
I want to rip that shit away. like the guy from Whiplash. Take that shit off.
How much you
It's a
tighten
crutch.
it doesn't matter how much time you put into trying to get it stable. It will always wobble. And I just can't get enough height out of it.
old school,
It's like it's just not tall enough. I'm in that weird height range where it's just barely out of my comfort zone. Drives me crazy.
Coney trying an expert song and failing on his ass. Listen, if I can't do an expert song without the bar, I can't do an expert song. That's it.
But I don't have any alternative, so I just use it anyway. Some people
alternative is
build
not to
their
use
own
the
bar, but I just don't have that
Ever
kind of a
think of
brain.
that?
Like, I would have to commission somebody else to do it because I have no knowledge of like metalworking
Get a
or anything
life.
like that. As for the Cobalt Flux,
I agree. He should get a life. Vicky! Vicky, thank you for the raid. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Hope you guys are having a good night. Thank you so much, Vicky. I miss you. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for showing me Flanagan's when we were in Miami. It was okay. Hello, Vicky enjoyers. We are watching the wild world of DDR Controllers. Vicky, I thought of you. So Flanagan's is going to be in the new Grand Theft Auto game. I don't know if she's here, but in GTA 6 they had a Flanagan's like stand-in, Uncle Jack's apparently, which is like the same thing, which is neat. Flanagan's is gas. I was not into it, but not that I wasn't into it. It was Applebee's. It was okay. Oh, Austy's in here too. What's good, brother? How you doing? It's a party in here, bro. Coney, when did you introduce gaming to your kid? I didn't mean to. She she came into the room and now she really likes Mario. You know what it was? It was the Mario movie. She really likes the Mario movie. And she likes watching Mario, like Mario 64. I didn't want her to like gaming, but I think it's more she likes watching games. She found somebody playing a Grinch game on YouTube, and then she made me get the Grinch game. And it was $40, and I bought it, and now she wants to watch me play it. She won't play it. I have to play the Grinch game. She's a chatter, yeah. She's literally me, yeah. So she likes the Grinch game for the PS2 or for the PS4. Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to not get her into video games. I try to teach her like shit like Play-Doh. We do a lot of Play-Doh. She likes stickers. She likes being doctor. She likes doctor stuff. Gives me a lot of shots. But she does like video games, and I'm like, uh-oh. I usually give her my Pro controller. Is that here? Yeah. I'll be playing on the PS5, and I'll give her this. I'll be like, hey, we're playing together. And then she thinks we're playing together. It's great. Kids are so dumb. So easy to trick.
I don't have one, but from what I've read, the quality
Coney,
is
show her Banjo-Tooie. She would hate it.
Superb. Because they're so hard to find,
Looks
people
ugly.
just started building their
She
own.
likes
You
CG
can buy
shit, like
pre-made
Boss
kits to
Baby.
build one, and if you're American, it'll only run you about $300, including shipping.
She's big
it's
into
not
Wish right now.
exactly
She
a
loves
Cobalt
Wish,
Flux. It's just
'cause she
modeled
went to go see
very
it in the
closely
movies.
after one. If you're willing to put in the time to building it, that's genuinely a really good price.
Thanks,
Honestly, the
Wisconsin
Cobalt Flux
Joe.
and the
Thanks for the
L-Tech
big
are pretty
53.
comparable, but I'm going to give the Cobalt Flux.
Why do you not want her to play games? Genuine question. It's not that I don't want her to play games. I don't want to be one of those parents that introduce my passion to her, and that is the path she goes down. I have a genuine aversion to that. I don't like it when parents introduce their passions and their loves to their kids and make it that's what they do now. And maybe that's just me, but I want her to find the stuff that she enjoys and loves, and if she likes video games, that's fine. But I don't like she's into dancing and ballet now, and I would hate it because gaming is like so easy to do. So it's like it's way easier to sit on your ass and play a video game than it is to like go to a dance recital, to do team sports. I did a lot of team sports as a kid, and I think that really grew my character. I played a lot of video games, but I did a shit ton of sports, and I think that helped me out a lot. I did drama, obviously did theater, and I think going to tournaments also shaped my personality from like going to events because it's not about the game, it's about the competition and the bonds that you make. And I think it's way more important to have that social construct than to just play a game. So if she's into games, she's into games, and that's great. But I want her to be a well-rounded person, not just daddy plays games, so I play games. I think that's weird. What if she becomes a band kid? That means she's into music, and I will get her into... What could she do that involves music that is not a band kid? I'll have to find an alternative. I'll have her play private recitals for people. You're the Guitar Hero. Guitar Hero. You play piano. We go back to gaming. If she's going to become a band kid, lesser of two evils. Now you play Guitar Hero. Yep, we're going to fix it. Sorry, sweetie, play Fortnite. She's going to play Fortnite. Even worse, a theater kid, she's already doing it, dude. We've seen a couple musicals, and she loves them. She loves singing. She dances all around the living room. She's a theater kid already. Which I can't be upset about, because my wife is a theater kid. She does musicals, so, like, you know, she got that gene, so.
Flux the win on this one because it stood the test of time so hard that people are still
kid,
modeling new paths
sorta, yeah.
off of it to this day. B tier, and the L-Tech is going to go in C tier. Before we get into what's better than a DDR arcade cabinet, let's talk about something terrible. If you've been Googling around for DDR pads, you've likely come across DDRgame.com. I actually have a DDR game ThickPad, and it's surprisingly good. It's my go-to pad when I want to play DDR on the PS2, but I'm not convinced that they made
How often do you want to play DDR on the PS2?
Actual design changes to make it better than an official pad. I'm confident that it's just a matter of age. It was manufactured brand
This shit on the left is gross. Ugh.
new within the last few years, and it's being compared against soft pads from the early 2000s. For DDR games soft pads, I can't help but recommend them because they're still making new ones. Konami gave up on that long ago. As for their hard
Dance Dance Revolution 2? By the way, sponsorship from the American Diabetes Association. Together, we can stop diabetes. I'm not doing that by playing DDR. That's a diet thing.
hard pads, though, if you look at their catalog, they are absolutely beautiful. These price points are realistic to what you pay for a quality hard pad. You could easily be fooled into thinking they're legit. I don't have any personal experience with them, but according to the DDR subreddit, their pads don't hold up over time because they're exceptionally low quality. The sensors are prone to failing, and the control boxes tend to randomly disconnect.
Isn't it weird that, like, there are Mad Catz DDR controllers? I feel like if you're making them, going through the trouble, you would make it good. Speaking of Mad Catz, did you guys see the controversy? While we're on the subject of AI, this shit is funny. You didn't see it? This shit is funny. Hold on. Is it still up? Did they get rid of it? Oh, I'm on their Twitter. The monitor? No. Oh, they got rid of it. Okay, they deleted it. Mad Catz tweeted out something, and it was like, who's your favorite video game character? And it was this. And it's bad. And I think of all people to do this, why did it have to be Mad Catz? Purveyors of cheap garbage bullshit. Why did it have to be Mad Catz? Actually, that's not true. Apparently, they make good stuff now. I've heard that Mad Catz are pretty good. But what happened to that Pikachu? What's going on with this lady's arm? Who's this? Yoshi? Yoshi, is that you? Yoshi? Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Coney, it's called an art style. Oh, my bad. Ah, it's a reflection on the subjective nature of the human experience. We all see each other differently, true? You may see a robot-looking Android Pikachu, a fat little guy. You may see a woman whose arm phases into her breastplate. I see a lovely lady with a phallic hand. All right there, at the top. You know. What's going on near Cloud's knee? Oh, God, what is that? Who is that supposed to be, chat? Write your answer below. Who's that? That's got to be somebody, right? Birdo? That's not Birdo. I was thinking like Red 13, but no. Shiny Raticate? I don't know who the fuck that is. Like, some of them I can make sense of. Like, you know, it's Squall or Sid or Cloud, Pikachu. Don't know who this is, but... Who's your favorite character?
Sounds like an F tier to me. I'm sure someone's gonna contact me and be like, I bought a DDR game hard pad and I haven't had any problems. Listen, I'm not speaking from experience. I'm just going off of this paragraph on Reddit, all right? I would love to personally roast DDR games hard pads by buying one and talking about how crap it is, but oh my god, these price tags are ridiculous for something that I know.
Like, did I hear right or wrong? Because I know that they're doing stuff with FGC now, right? Like they make good pads or whatever. No? I thought they were okay. They go through phases? Okay.
Is going to suck, but there is a way to enable me to do such things in the future, though. All right, so getting back to it. If a real DDR cab is A tier, what would be S tier?
Whoa! I want one.
This is the Stepmaniacs stage, and it's as close to endgame as you're ever going to get.
How much? $2,000? No. 15?
The force-sensing resistors automatically...
Coney's face lit the fuck up. That's cool, man! I could play Pump It Up on it!
Calibrate, and you can adjust the sensitivity of the panels in software. It even has customizable RGB in every single panel.
Customizable RGB in every single panel, though? And it's both. Never mind, it's both. I forgot. It's not. It's both. 4K.
Community
4K.
member by the
Final
name of
off.
Kevin got some excellent
4K.
footage of his Stepmaniacs pad, and that's what you're looking at right now.
$4,000.
He even went out of his way to demonstrate the custom LED pattern feature by putting my YouTube mascot KK on the pads. It's a little hard to tell because of the gaps between the panels, but that was still a really cool thing for you to do. Thank you so much. The Stepmaniacs stage is developed by Kyle Ward, the same person that made In the Groove, a 4-panel DDR like from the early 2000s.
Dude, okay. Do any of you guys know the story of In the Groove? So, not to give away business secrets or anything, but okay, so In the Groove was like a fan-made project. Think of like Clone Hero for Guitar Hero. And I had a friend who made a rhythm game, like a Bamani-type game. And they worked with Konami, and they are pieces of shit. Konami were a disaster to work with. So In the Groove is literally just DDR, but fan-made. And it would just pop up at arcades around the country. And I think they undercut because I think DDR cabs were like super expensive for no reason. And In the Groove would just start popping up. But it would be like, imagine going to GameStop and seeing Project M on all the shelves. You get what I'm saying? It's like, why is that there? That's not supposed to be real. What? That would happen. I would go to a movie theater and they would have In the Groove instead of DDR. I'm like, huh, what? Why do you have that? Is that allowed? I was shocked, and it happened a lot. But maybe I'm getting that wrong. Maybe I'm not giving the whole story. I'm not sure. But that's, I think, what it felt like at the time. It was very strange. In the Groove was just like a fan-made project.
2000s. I got in contact.
Apparently, the guys that make Pump It Up on DeMiro are really cool. They're still more business-oriented, because my friend has worked with them, too. They're business-oriented, but they are a lot more understanding and cool, and like they're a Korean company, and they're pretty nice.
With Kyle, and he was super cool. Kyle even offered for me to use his original music for the project, and that's what you're listening to right now. The song that you're hearing is a song that he produced. It's so cool. Kyle really cares about the rhythm game community, so give the man some love. He deserves it. Okay, enough nice things. Now I gotta explain the baggage. Stepmaniacs is an original 5-panel game. It's like DDR, but it has a center panel. I'm definitely going to get a stage at some point,
like
but it's up in the air if I'm ever going to get to play the Stepmaniacs 5-panel game. Because it's not as simple as just downloading the game and running it on your computer. You have to buy a touchscreen monitor to run the game. It has proprietary hardware in there that the game is purpose-built to
The game was $1,600.
Run on. So let's consider the absolute minimum for me to play Stepmaniacs.
How much is the pad?
I have to buy the stage, and I have to buy the monitor to play the game on. That's already over.
Holy! Wait, 3K. It was 3K. It was 3K.
For 3,000.
For both. It was 3K, so it was 15. I was right. Yes. Excellent. Good. I got it.
Not even including shipping. But listen, it's easy to
you also
complain
need
about high prices.
The screen.
But first of all, you get what you pay
So basically
for.
5K.
And second of all, we aren't the demographic. Arcade owners are the demographic Stepmaniacs is aiming at.
Ain't no way arcade owners give a shit about this. Arcade owners are going to buy a DDR Extreme 2 machine for $1,000 and put it in the back and never service it. Thank you, Secondary Gumby. Thanks for the 5 gifties. Round 1 might care, but that's it.
If you look at the
Subula soon, no, it's not happening. You guys had a window for Subula and you missed it, and I had my teeth all ready to go. I was so set, and you guys dropped it. The train is over, fellas.
Price of a brand new Konami DDR cabinet, that's going to be somewhere between 15 to 20K per unit. And that's if you can even get one at all. They have exclusivity deals with only a few different major arcades. But Stepmaniacs is independent, non-exclusive.
Round One is only partner for DDR. Really? I know Dave & Buster's has Pump It Up machines. I don't know if that's like an exclusivity thing.
Only around 7K per cabinet. That deal starts to look pretty good.
Yeah,
just because it's easier to get than an official Konami cabinet still doesn't mean that it's easy to get. In fact, quite the opposite. They only open for sale every few months and they sell out in seconds. The last drop that happened, I tried to get one and I couldn't. Every single Stepmaniacs person I've interacted with has been awesome, including the developers themselves.
Small,
it just the camaraderie in the Stepmaniacs community is so good to see. I'm not associated to or sponsored by Stepmaniacs. I'm just a fan. I just really like their stuff. So to sum up,
arcade cabs from first party are as much as new cars. I don't get it. So what was weird to me is like, so there's this whole nostalgia market for like arcade one-ups, and I hate arcade one-ups because they have LCDs and the screens are way too small and they look like shit. So I got this thing, which is a real cab, and I shucked it out, and I still have to put the control panel back. This is a pain in the ass because it is a CRT, and it's all wires, and it's bullshit. I don't know why there isn't a bigger market for full-size cabs. Micro Center used to sell them, but I think they stopped because nobody wanted them. So I guess the casual market, you also never use it. I would if I had it hooked up, but it's such a pain in the ass. You know what it is? My control panel is made with like $100 shitty wood, and I have to get that fixed. I think I actually would use it if I could get it set up, but it's going to take fucking months. I'm just glad I got the thing working. I'm shocked there isn't more of that. Like, there isn't a bigger demand for that, but...
The Stepmaniacs pad, you get what you pay for.
Who has room in a small apartment? I mean, I guess. These things are mad heavy. Maybe that's why people like one-ups.
It's extremely high
And then you touch the death wire and die. Listen, you don't need a CRT. You can put a flat screen in those. Not everybody wants a CRT. I'm just a real gamer.
There isn't a modding scene because it doesn't need one. It's fully configured out of the box. You can buy kits to add more panels so you can play a variety of...
one time went crazy. Dude, I would love to do that again. Just play fucking games on the cab. I just have to hook up the control panel.
Different floor panel games instead of just DDR, for example.
You're just nostalgic? And have you ever played on a fucking CRT? It's magic. I'm not kidding. It's different. It really does feel different. I'm telling you.
Entrance to a great community.
Now
listen, I ain't talking trash to DDR by putting the SMX pad a tier above. I love DDR. I love these cabinets. But the flexibility of the Stepmaniacs pad speaks for itself. So I talked about a lot of different foot pads, but this is far from all the
36? Old ass, guys. Check out the geriatric in chat. He's so old. 36-year-old in chat. I simply can't imagine. I could not imagine. That's crazy.
Exist. These are just the ones that I found to be the most notable from my perspective as a non-hardcore player. I can play any original DDR game on max difficulty, no problem. But I'm still not good enough to play something like Stamina, which is DDR, but with long, unbroken streams of arrows at a high BPM, right? And I'm not anywhere near the...
What the fuck?
Level of skill required to play not ITG sight reading charts. Like, that stuff is insane. If you want a more in-depth look at DDR
Am I in
pads
virtual
in the
reality?
context of hardcore Stamina players,
Speaking of, wait a minute. sorry for the aside. Dude, did you see this? Wait a minute. Did you guys know Palworld works in VR? Dude, you could step into the world. Beat the shit out of the memory rest. I want this so bad. Can pet the lamb ball. This, unironically, would scare the shit out of me, actually. I think I would need to take the headset off of me. Do you throw the ball? I'd be very scared. You can do this with like any Unreal game. This is amazing. I love this. What happens when you butcher them? Exactly what you think. I just realized this is Smash music. Get to work, little guy. This rules. Coney, aren't you ass at Palworld? No, I'm actually very good at the game. I'm very talented indeed.
Highly recommend checking out this video by Dom ITG. It's got a lot of great information. It was super helpful for me during the script writing process. And one last thing before we move on to the hand controllers. Why? Okay, so in
DVD
preparation for this
game?
video, I was searching Dance Dance Revolution on eBay. I saw this, and I immediately wondered how that could possibly
like on the
work.
control,
I've seen
like on the
DVD
remote?
games where you can like move a little cursor with the remote, but there's no way that they could make a rhythm game with that concept, right? Did they make a DDR pad that uses infrared,
you
like
hit
a
it with
TV
the remote, I
Like,
bet.
how does it work?
With the remote.
Well, it doesn't. And I'm not just saying that it tries its best and just doesn't do a good job. They expect you to literally play pretend. It comes with a vinyl sheet that has a DDR matte decal printed on it. There are no electronics at all. You can crumple it up like a sheet of paper. And the DVD,
hey, it's your school,
just plays a video of arrows scrolling up the screen, and you're expected to act like you're playing a video game. And of course, it always says perfect, like you're doing well. On the box, it says DVD game. Seen It is a DVD game because it has a win condition.
Who is not a good friend of Tommy Pickles. Gotta be Angelica. She's so bossy, treats him bad. It's Angelica. It's B. Final answer.
And a lose condition. You can pick the wrong answer in Seen It.
I should play Nick's Seen It DVD game. Can I play that right now? It's right there.
And then you'll
What a brat!
lose. In the Dance Dance Revolution DVD game, you can just do nothing and win.
Do it? Let me look it up. Nick's Seen It DVD game. Oh, there it is. It's 10 minutes. Maybe we'll do it later.
Anyway, like the only instance that makes any sense for this thing existing is if
I wanted
like, you
to predict these, but people would cheat. It's so easy to cheat.
don't have any video game consoles or anything. And that's what this review says. Great alternative to
DVD
buying
games is good content. That sounds fun, actually.
an entire game system. Like, fair enough. That makes sense to me. But the thing that I'm so hung up on is that it calls itself a DVD game, but there's no game to be had. You're just watching
Sure
an
it is.
exercise video. They
You
should have
could
called it
get
the
in a
DDR
cardboard box and
exercise
say it's
kit
a
or
pirate
something.
ship.
It
That's
may
a
be
game.
$16, but using my imagination is free.
Mission complete!
You guys see the Sonic movie yet? The one
Yeah.
from like a year ago?
It was okay.
Beginning of 2020? You haven't? Why not? It's the
No, I
highest
did.
grossing video game movie of all time, though.
Not anymore.
You should totally watch it. It's on Netflix,
Mario.
but you gotta get a VPN to watch it because it's grossing
Oh, we're
video.
doing this thing?
This
We're
is
doing
not
this?
it.
Come
Just-
on.
it's-
Relax.
Or just
Come
okay. So let's take a look at the right side of the tier list. Let's say you don't have any DDR pad.
I'd be so mad if I was Sonic the Hedgehog. Finally, I find an avenue where I beat Mario, and then he beats the shit out of me again.
But you do have a PlayStation and a
Son
copy
of a
the game.
bitch!
What are
Let
you
me
gonna
have
do? You
this!
can
I
use
had James Marston!
the PlayStation controller.
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
I mean, I don't see why not. It really isn't surprising that there's an entire subsection of the DDR community that plays the game with their hands. It's all about accessibility.
I
Good
guess.
keyboards are less expensive and easier to come by than good DDR pads are. Friday Night Funkin's success is due in part to its accessibility. It's free, all you need to play it is a computer. Even though mechanically it's an experience identical to playing DDR with a keyboard,
What do you think? Like, it is bizarre to me that Friday Night Funkin' became so popular when it's DDR on Newgrounds. Is that just because kids have never played DDR? Does have good music, yes. So, why can't you just do that with every game? It blows my mind when this shit gets popular. Just take an old game, make Frogger. Why don't you make Frogger? Cross the street. Just make Frogger and make it Zoomer pilled. You can do it. It's the Palworld conversation again. It is. You do it. I'm busy. Crossy Road. Oh, true. No, that's true. That's true. That's Crossy Road. Trying to think of a game loop that hasn't been replicated. Make Contra. Can you do Contra? There's not really Contra games anymore, are there? Tetris? How do you make Tetris? How do you make Tetris for Zoomers? How would you do that? That's Luminous. Luminous? Cubert Zoomer when? Dude, you could. I bet you could make a Zoomer Cubert. Like hopping around on the stages just really fast. There's got it's unbelievable that you can just take an old thing and then make it this popular. How much did this Kickstarter get? Like $8 million or something? With no products made? Do you guys know the story of that? 2 million? Okay, hold on. Let me just really quick. I'm not going to go over the whole thing. This shit is so funny to me. So Friday Night Funkin' did a Kickstarter with stretch goals, right? And they got all the way up to 2 million. So they did 10 weeks, I think. And each week in the game, as I understand it, maybe I'm wrong, is 3 songs, which means to make this game, they have to make... Oh, wait, no, hold on. 5 weeks, 5 weeks, 5 weeks. That's 15 plus 10. So that's 25, right? Sometimes 4. All right, so this is 25 weeks, which are 75 songs. They have to come up with 75 original songs, chart them with several difficulties each. Yeah. Like, what? How the fuck are you going to do this? Like, what? That's why it's taken so long, as I understand it. Also, the developer may or may not be doing cocaine, allegedly. I don't know if that's true. It's just what I've read on the internet. But that's how Kickstarters usually go.
The game is so much
Cocaine is good? I'll take your word for it.
Than
Allegedly.
just its mechanics. Dance Dance Revolution is the same way. Even when you take
Oh,
away
hell
the
yeah,
gimmick,
I love this
it
guy.
still has insane
I hope he
appeal.
never drops
Even
his
Konami
combo.
knew this,
Oh,
and
he
they
didn't.
wanted to
Okay, he's
encourage alternate control schemes, so they manufactured and released an official DDR hand controller. I love this thing. It's just awesome. I even tried to make it look like a real DDR pad. It's
I don't
great.
like
The
that.
only thing that would make it look even more
This looks godless to me.
bad is if the buttons lit up as you press them, but sadly they
Something
do not.
about
You may
this
have
annoys
noticed
me.
these extra buttons up here. What are those for? Well, for those that are unaware, there's a game mode of DDR called Solo, which adds 2 more directional panels, up left and up right, and this
Formless
controller
pad.
is designed to support that, and that kind of rocks. When I first got this controller a few years
Coney
ago,
hates
I was pretty
accessibility,
down
sure
on it.
does.
I didn't like how square the buttons were and how
Dance
the
like the
D-pad
rest
was
of us.
so far apart. But as I used it more and more, I really started to come around, and this is my favorite way to play DDR on PlayStation. On a normal controller, you can't press 2 opposing directions on the D-pad at the same time, but obviously that issue is resolved with the
hit the
DDR
circle.
controller. You can press left and right at the same time with your thumb. I can't
Oh,
imagine you'll
I
be
thought
in
you
that
were
situation
supposed to do
super
the-
often, considering
do
the
it on
low
the other
difficulty
side,
of the
too.
PlayStation DDR games, but you can do it.
This would go crazy if you were really small. Yeah, Stuart Little controller.
Overall, not
Let him
bad. I
dance
had a
on
pretty
the
good
pad.
time with this controller. For sure it goes in B tier. And since it's basically just a PlayStation controller but meant for DDR, naturally the original wouldn't be far behind. C tier. You use 2 legs to play DDR, so making
Coney
that
hates DDR with hands. I do.
the equivalent to
It's like playing Rivals of Ether with a keyboard. Like, no, it's a controller game. Same with Multiverses. What the fuck are you doing?
2
Play the
thumbs
game
on
like
a
the
hand
rest of us.
controller is pretty
Put
smart.
that
But
keyboard
let's say
away.
that some company took DDR pad for your hands a bit too literally.
Keyboards
this
are for
is
typing.
the Bio Mini DDR
Keyboards are for emails.
controller, and wow, there
Not
are
for
a
playing
lot of
games,
problems with
true.
it. How are you supposed to position your fingers on it? I guess what they
You guys know that AVGN quote? Hold on. Hold on. I don't know where it is, but AVGN has like a video where he's like, "This is for work. This is for gaming." So he hates mouse keyboard, which I think is a very funny quote. That's how I feel about keyboards on Rivals of Ether.
intended is for you to do finger legs like on a tech deck, which I guess is
idea where it
fine.
is or what
But
video to
realistically,
find
I
it.
want to position my
You
fingers
grew up with only consoles? Yeah, that's most of us.
like this using two
PCs
hands.
weren't
And even
around
then,
until I
after a
was
while, my fingers were
20 years
so
old.
strained from the awkwardness of the controls. The buttons themselves are
Fucking
okay, they're
computer.
serviceable, but dude, they are loud. They click like crazy. It's like you're slamming on a typewriter.
Oh my god!
I'm hacking! I'm hacking!
Oh, he found my secret site.
The best thing about this controller is how it looks. The arrow panels have these brushed aluminum plates on top that give them such a uniquely
looks
luxury
pretty.
feel, and the buttons glow when you press them. Always love that, very pleasing. The Bio Mini controller is kind of cool actually, but like, it's not good, and that kind of hurts to say, because this is what people would think of when they hear mini DDR controller. For actual gameplay, it's just not as practical as the DDR controller, or even the PlayStation controller, but it isn't totally unusable, so I guess it's gonna go in D tier.
I did not know
Before
that
we
there
get
were
down
this
to
many
E in the
hand
below, let's go
controllers.
up to the top and talk about keyboards. I briefly mentioned earlier that the keyboard DDR sub-community exists,
Thank
and
you,
the reason
Milgoon.
why is because it's undeniably the most consistent way to play rhythm games with your hands. Keyboards come in all different shapes and sizes and configurations and key switches, and there's like a million different variables, right? But in
Bring back
general,
WebSurf. Show up this Wednesday.
okay, keyboard
I
play
think.
gets a keyboard A. Some people play with the arrow keys, some people play with 4 keys in a row, some people spread them out between their 2 hands. You got a lot of options for customization.
If we can
when
get
you
enough
use
sites,
keyboard.
I
My
think we have
keyboard
enough
of choice
sites.
for
I'll
a
see
long
Wednesday.
time was a standalone board meant specifically for keyboard rhythm games.
it's
It's
tight.
called the THNIC 4K. I tend to be pretty rough with my keyboards when playing rhythm games. I bottom them out really hard when pressing them. So it has Cherry MX Red switches, which actuate at the bottom. All things considered, it's held up pretty well over the past few years I've had it, but
Why he wear gloves?
I do have some problems with it. Micro USB instead of USB-C.
Must be
Bleh.
cold
It's
in
not
there.
HID compliant. Bleh. It needs
Are
Arduino
submissions
drivers
open?
in order
Yes.
to work. So
Sites
if you
open
plug it into
anytime.
old computers or consoles, it won't work. Bleh. The case and the keycaps are 3D printed, which is fine, but 3D printed
Where do we send WebSurf sites? Exclamation point WebSurf in the chat. I think it'll show up. Just go to Coney.gg. You'll see it there.
things tend to be kind of brittle. The little plus shape that holds onto the key switch, that broke off really soon after I got it. I can't show you the 3D printed keycaps because I threw them in
Pretty.
the trash like 3 years ago. I replaced them with better keycaps and all was well. Other than that, not bad. They also make some keyboards that have touch controls, and I gotta try that at some point. That sounds sick. My brother makes keyboards, and I told him my problems with the THNIC 4K, and he was like, yeah, that's lame, I'll make it better. And a few weeks later, he came up with this prototype. There are 2 boards with 2 buttons each, and they're designed to be positioned wherever you want them. It's got hot swap key
That
switches
shit
with
like
no
a
soldering
Nintendo
required. I ended up
Switch.
not getting a lot of use out of the
Website
boards
crashed?
being
Wait,
separated
what?
and having
What is going on with my website? Just go to Coney.gg, okay? Oh, WebSurf's dead. Is Cringe Confessional alive? Is anything alive? Dead Game's up. Let's play Dead Game. What's the Dead Game? Lineage 2. Less viewers. Yup. Got it. Party Animals or Call of Duty? Which Call of Duty? Call of Duty is the Dead Game. Yeah. Portal 2 or Albion Online? Probably Portal 2 is dead. Fuck. I lost. Damn, that was close though. That was like 400 off. Probably AGDQ. Destiny 2's dead, right? Okay. What? I'm stupid. I thought it was June of last year. My bad. Never mind. Never mind. Street Fighter. It's a fighting game. It's dead. No, never mind. Special event. Destiny 2 is dead. Special events. There's always a special event. What? Casino over Gartic, right? Yes. Stardew's dead. Yeah, obviously GTA. It's Hunt Showdown. Dead ass game, yeah. RuneScape. How many people play Elder Scrolls Online? Probably less. Yeah, less than RuneScape. iRacing or fun? Oh, dude, MMO. No. People watch iRacing? Stupid game.
having 2
delete
microcontrollers
that game
doubles
off
the
my
price of
fucking
production,
site.
so he made a version with
Stupid.
only 1 board, very similar
Nobody's
to the THNIC
watching
4K.
Final Fantasy
We called it the
14.
Groove board.
No, it's like popular though.
HID compliant, so you can plug it into anything and it'll work just fine. I also made the graphics for the board, and you can tell because it's awesome. We're gonna do a limited run of Groove boards on eBay, but if you can't get one then, don't worry, you can still build one yourself because the design is open source, baby. To be clear, we aren't trying to compete with THNIC. This was a very personal project. I wanted a low-profile, HID compliant, chalk switch USB-C board.
Bro is shilling his brother's product. This whole thing was an ad.
And the
I
THNIC 4K wasn't checking any of those boxes, so I took matters into my
I
own
can't
hands.
without
THNIC's
laughing.
boards
I
are
can't.
still very good. I highly recommend you check them out. They're very accessible and their prices are good. They've been doing it for years. They know what's up. I don't want anyone to think that I'm trying to one-up them or anything. That's just not the case. Just consider this like fan fiction. You know, I made it
Bro
out of a
committed
labor of
IP
love.
theft.
I ain't trying to step on your toes. These kind of keyboards are designed with DDR in mind, so of course it's the best way to play the game. S tier. Yeah, sure, all those things are cool, right? But what if I want to play DDR on the bus on the way to school? Not to worry, Konami thought of that, and they put Dance Dance Revolution on the dang Game Boy. You have this little
Ooh!
plastic thing you gotta clip onto it so you can have DDR buttons.
That
okay,
looks
as ridiculous
fun!
as this is, it's kinda awesome. It's really charming
Look at that
to
robot
hear classic
go!
DDR songs in chiptune
Get
form.
it? Wait!
The plastic buttons are a little inconsistent.
Wait,
but
is
honestly, they
Suguru
did
on
their
the
best.
Game Boy?
I like DDR-GB a lot just because it's so weird that it exists at all. It's definitely not good, so E tier. But I don't have...
I gotta look this up. Wait. Dance Dance Revolution Game Boy Disney Mix. He's pretty well animated. That's a pretty good sprite. Dude, he's got like a pop to him, man. It doesn't look too bad. Why am I watching this? This is so stupid. Hey, Macarena! Ah! I'm watching this. So stupid.
Have a Game Boy.
He is
Clue.
not
Oh
doing
my
the
God.
Macarena. That's true.
You're so whiny. Fine. Will you stop complaining if I show you the DDR LCD
good
game
sprites.
where the music sounds like it was put through a blender 3 times?
I kind of like that. It sounds like a fighting
I could
game.
not get one of these. They're very expensive, and from what I've seen, they're definitely not worth it. F tier. They made a few Hello Kitty ones though, and those are really cute. Someday I'll
those
get
are
one.
cute.
That day is not today. And the very last DDR controller I have to talk about is so terrible.
This reminds me,
That day is
I'm sure you guys knew about Tamagotchis, right? You guys know what Tamagotchis are. The first generation of Tamagotchis, I got one at a Fashion Bug when my mom was clothes shopping. And I bought a Tamagotchi, and those things died so quickly. If you did not feed them every 10 minutes, they died. It was so bad. This is like the first gen. I think they realized that people had lives and things they needed to attend to. But it would just... The first gen was Dark Souls. Yeah, it would eat, and then it would shit all over the floor, and if you didn't clean up the poop, it would die immediately. It would just die in its own squalor, just rolling around in the shit. It was so gross. The first Tamagotchi was fucked up. Maybe I had a bootleg one. I don't know.
not today. And the very last
Twitch needs to put a Tamagotchi on the homepage to keep viewers. I think you should have your own personalized Tamagotchi on the stream somewhere that follows you from stream to stream. Maybe it can interact with the stream like, oh, you're watching this guy again, like this. Throw a tomato up. That would be awesome. That's what Twitch should do. That's how you make money. And you can monetize it by doing microtransactions. Different animals, and they follow you from stream to stream. You give them little cowboy hats, little chef hat. Like an NFT. Yeah.
DDR controller I have to talk about is so terrible that it should not exist at all. Okay, imagine a thin soft pad, like a bad third-party one, and you shrink it down to be only a few inches big. Introducing the Dance Pad Pro series.
Why?
The fact that this was greenlit and manufactured
Why
is
is
insane to me. Trying to use this to play DDR is a nightmare. The
It looks like it would
sensitivity is
hurt.
comically low. I put it on a flat surface and absolutely hammered it with my fingertips, and it was still like a 50% chance that it would register a press at any
Okay,
given
well, you're
time.
missing.
There is
Okay, well,
no
you weren't
tactile
missing.
feedback. The buttons aren't raised or anything, so it suffers from all the same problems of a standard soft pad. But this one is
Why
small,
not
so
just
it
use a
sucks even
controller
more.
at this point? Yeah. Okay, you got Palworld right. Stop being harbinger of failure. again. I told you. I told you.
I had the
told you
best
it'd be
luck
good.
with holding the pad with two hands and
I done
pinching
tell
the
you about
buttons
the
with
good
two
games.
fingers.
Y'all don't
I
listen.
had to hold it like a controller with two hands to get it to even function. At that point, why don't I just use a controller? Isn't the whole point for it
Called
to be
my
better
shot.
than using a controller? Or they just maybe play with my toes? You know what, is this a toe controller for your toes? Just stop it. Stop it, Dance Pad Pro series. Get out of here.
Is there one in each tier? I guess so. He doesn't know how tier lists work.
Seeing the tier list
You
filled
need to have like 8 in each tier.
like this gives you so much perspective
you
on
need
how
more
much reach
tiers.
DDR had.
You
Like
should've put them all
represented
on one
here, we
line.
have the entire range of accessibility, high to low, price points all over the place, stuff that was officially made by Konami and stuff that was made by fans. You've got third-party copycats and bizarre license deals.
Coney,
It's
you're
just-
spoiling the
it's
good
really
game
cool to see.
surprises
Oh yeah,
for
speaking
me.
of license deals, remember
Well,
how
I
talked-
was wrong about Roller Champions. I thought that would be popular. My bad. I actually thought that game would go crazy. I did. I thought teams, like streamer teams of 3 would like play each other. I can't believe it didn't work out. I can't believe they gave me an absurd amount of money to promote it too. Like, why me? Why not the bigger guys? It's weird.
talked about Burger King
Coney,
toy-
how will Tekken 8 do? I can't call that. You guys are gonna make fun of me.
Toys in the iDog video.
I
Yeah,
mustn't.
so Konami partnered with friggin' Burger King
Oh,
to make
shit.
DDR toys back in 2006. What is it with Burger King getting all the best IPs for
Let's
their
go, Burger
toys?
King.
This
Well
right
done.
here is called the DDR Foot Moves, and it is stupid. It's literally just Simon. It does a little sequence of left and right, and you copy the sequence.
Oh.
And according to the promo website, you're expected to play on this with your toes. I don't even... There were a lot more of these. This was just the one I was able to get a hold of. They also gave out little music sampler CDs. I bought this
Cool.
because it's so bizarre to see Dance Dance Revolution and Burger King printed on the same
Wait,
CD.
this was in 2006? Oh my god. I graduated high school that year. This was happening the same year I graduated high school. Oh my god, I'm so fucking old.
They almost
dude.
feel like opposite concepts. Hey, KK Clue, what the heck's going on, man? Why haven't you uploaded in like 36 million years? Yes,
Fuck
I
me,
hear
man.
you. All right, prepare yourself because I'm about to spill the beans. I spent about 5 months
I was
working on
already out of high school.
this video. It survived 2 depressive phases and 3 different entire script rewrites, like a lot of drastic
movie.
reworking to get it to flow like a
Fun movie. That was pretty good. We watched a 23-minute long movie in about an hour and a half. Good rate. Best part of skimming through an In the Groove video is seeing how progressively drenched they get. Alright, here we are now. Okay. Dry as a bone. We're looking pretty good. Okay. Well, hold on. Okay, so him right there. Looking pretty dry. Not bad. Uh-oh. Starting to see a little bit of moisture here. Oh my god. It's like a color palette swap. What the fuck is this? He's not even dancing. People don't do this at the club. Ain't no club I've been to.
Come on, man, let's go. Got 99.
He's barely shuffling his feet. Okay, so we're halfway. Player 2 is bad. Miss. Player 2 has missed 20,000 notes in a row. Oh my god, dude.
Come on, man, keep it strong.
Yeah, it's just the shirt went from, oh my god. It was gray and now it's black. Holy. That's fun. Oh, now he's up to 30,000. Bad player. I can't. It changed shades entirely, yeah. Can we watch the fake reality TV movie, please? What, the space one? Is it good? Be honest. People have been asking for that one for a while. Is it a good movie? Be real. Yes? Send it. If it's bad, I'm banning you. Send it in chat right now. If it's bad, I'm going to ban you. Play the Nick DVD game. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on real quick. True. Let's play Seed. What? Oh, that's Danny Phantom. Oh, that was part of the game. I spoke my bad. That's Danny Phantom. Danny Phantom. That's who that is. My bad. Yep. Let's play again. I don't know these characters. I don't know most of these characters. I can't! I literally can't. I know Appa, right? That's the animal. And Zuko, I think, is the guy with the eye, right? Did you guys win? Appa, Zuko, Katara. Can I get a Rugrats question, bro? Maybe Doug? Can I get a real Nicktoon question? Name the character. I will. Aang. That's the Avatar. That shit is the Avatar himself. Stupid ass game. I'm speeding this up. This shit dumb. Oh, no. Don't cheat. Don't cheat. Don't cheat. Nope. Here we go. We're going to do 1.75. 2 might be too fast. Okay. Whose eyes are these? Bro, I know this one. I don't think y'all know this one. Y'all are Zoomers. Our real monster guy? His name is Ickis, dumbass. That's my boy Ickis, bro. He works with the Grumbler. I think that was his name. Is it the Grumbler? Name the character who has been removed. Oh, hell no. They don't... Oh, God. Is that Zim? I don't know if that's Zim. I assume. Actually, I'm going ×2. This is fun. All right, let's go ×2 faster. It's Zim! Yeah, from Invader Zim. Right. I'll play. Go. Be the first to spot the difference between these two images. I will be the first. The books! Books on the shelf! Books on the shelf! It's the books on the shelf! Books on the bookshelf. I was the first. Yep, books are missing. That's Hey Arnold, by the way. I did that. I got it. Name the characters who have been removed. I will. Oh, hell no. They got my boy Cosmo and Wanda. Oh, that's great. My Fairly Odd Parents. I know that one. I'm pretty good at that. I know my Fairly Odd Parents. We won. No, I won that one. Name the character. That's teenage Tommy, bro. When he's all grown up, bro. When he's in high school and shit. He got purple hair just like his dad, Stu. Who got removed this time? I don't fucking know. That could be a character. That could literally be a character to me. I wouldn't know. Like a headless warrior? From the Leaf Village. Okay, next up. Be the first to spot the difference. I will be. I will be the first. The poster. Poster in the back. Green poster. I had it first. True. I got it. Yep, it's the sign. Yeah. I was first. Yep. Whose eyes are these? I just imagine kids getting really competitive over this. Completely stumped. Hey Arnold of some sort? Man, that guy. Who is getting slimed? They're not really getting slimed. They're being orange and slimed. It's not really the same. This is just WarioWare. I wish I could make it. Who is not a good friend of Tommy Pickles? That's Angelica. Old bossy ass. I was telling him what to do, calling them stupid babies. You know what I'm saying? I don't like Angelica here. Not A. A is his best friend, stupid. That's Chucky, who is not a real monster. Why are real monsters on this? It's all like Zoomer characters and then just one. Why is Our Real Monsters up there? That's an old-ass show. Oh, God, I hate remembering everything. All right. Chucky, Tommy, Susie, I think? Was it Susie? Susie. Yeah, not Momo. Shut the hell up. Ain't Momo in there. Momo wasn't even in there, stupid-ass chat. I won. Uh-oh, who's getting slimed now? Who could it be? It's... We already said this. We already said it was these two, man. Never mind. Try again. Character who's been removed. Oh, hell no. They got rid of... Maybe he went ghost. I don't know who that is. I want to slime Wanda. Name the character. Justin Brooks. Dustin Brooks. Dustin. What the fuck is... That was the end. Who's Dustin Brooks? Who the hell is that? That's the end of the video. From Zoe 101. Okay. All right. Cool, man. We didn't get a picture of him for some reason. I didn't know that one. That's not even a Nicktoon. All right, here's the Space Cadets video. This has been requested quite a bit. If it's not funny or good, you're getting banned.
In 2005, these three people believed for 5 days they were astronauts, 200 kilometers above the Earth's surface on a Russian space shuttle.
High-risk
We've
movie.
just seen the Earth. Like, I can't even believe I'm saying that sentence.
They were actually in a state-of-the-art Hollywood simulator in an aircraft hangar in England.
But why?
We're doing 28,000 kilometers per hour right now.
It's like we haven't even left the ground.
Filmed at a cost of £4.5 million, it was the most elaborate television hoax of all time.
Why did they do this?
David Copperfield would be proud of.
A house that
This
required
feels
completely
mean.
transforming an ex-US Air Force base into a fictitious Russian space camp. State-of-the-art engineering, simulator, and sound design, straight from the world of Hollywood.
On the launch, we have a hydraulic ram which lifts up.
An army of actors trained to improvise for every eventuality.
You could tell this group anything about space and they would believe you.
And they did.
Gravity is like just about anything else. You can actually
My
control it.
air
This
pipe
the
is
story of
blocked.
the most elaborate and expensive practical joke you've probably never heard
Pretty
of.
good. All right, it's a strong start.
Are we
It's a strong start. Okay. All right.
This is the story
Show
of
me
the
the
Space
movie.
Cadets.
Show me the movie. I'm curious.
You are about to become the first British space tourist.
The year was 2005.
Thank you, Lima Green.
High-concept reality TV was big business around the world. Shows like Big Brother and Survivor proved that television could provide drama and action without actors, and networks were on the hunt for bigger and more ambitious conceits for ordinary members of the public to participate in.
Do they still have reality TV? Like, I know that they do, but do they still have, like, fucked up conceits, like lowest common denominator bullshit? I don't think it's the same as it used to be. Is it? Sometimes? Not really. Like Fox Network trash. MILF Manor exists? I guess it is MILF Manor. Yeah, no, that's true. Okay.
Earlier that year, this vague casting call was placed in national newspapers. Contestants thought they were applying for a mystery thrill-seeking reality show. What they were actually applying for was a show called Space Cadets, a show that, when announced to the press, was described as candid camera live in space, and the most elaborate and ambitious one-off TV hoax of all time.
From hidden camera formats like Punk'd and Trigger Happy, to entire fake reality series like Joe Schmo and Invasion Iowa, television has always been a playground for practical jokes.
However, this was to be different. This was to be the biggest and most expensive television hoax of all time. A £4.5 million production to convince ordinary members of the public they'd been selected to travel to a Russian space base.
What is Invasion Iowa? I think they got a small town in Iowa and pretended like it was invaded by aliens. I think that's the idea. So everybody that lives in that small town thinks that they're getting invaded by extraterrestrials. I think that's it. If that's the case, I want to watch that show.
Just 4 of them would be chosen.
But I don't know if
Britain's
that's actually
first
what it
space
is.
tourists on a 5-day mission. It was an ambition so high, the show claimed if it worked.
Neil Armstrong has said that if this show works, he'll eat his own helmet on the final show.
To pull this off, they needed to find the right candidates.
Having interviewed hundreds of applicants, they quickly eliminated.
The series depicts events from September 2004 in which William Shatner played a hoax on the small town of Riverside, Iowa, by claiming to film a science fiction movie there. Unbeknownst to the residents of Riverside, the movie was fake. Okay, never mind. So they're filming a movie. No, that's not the same.
One whose hobby was military bases or space.
50 were then brought to London and subjected to a series of tasks to test everything from their suggestibility,
A hot dog and some fries.
their willingness to take a joke,
Anyone
We
too
should do
shy
a
to
real
disco
champ for
was
funny
out.
reality
and
TV
crucially
shows.
their reaction to
We've seen all of
claustrophobia.
them.
by
We
being
used to watch
strapped
them on
into a
stream, but
sleeping
we
bag
ran
for
out of
20
funny
minutes,
shows.
and then being trapped in a lift.
Who could handle being trapped inside a shuttle and who we should discount?
With the consent of their families, 9 were then selected to take.
What the fuck is a telephonist? Like a call center? Is that what they call them there? Telephonist. I'm a televisionist.
Part in the mystery show, and they'd be
Operator?
joined by 3
Do
undercover
they still
actors
have
who'd help
operators?
nudge the illusion along.
Oh, if it's like
from the inside.
911
All
operator.
12 of them met at an airport.
Her
where the
ass
true
is just
but false
chatty.
nature
She'd
of
be
production
talking.
was
Yeah.
revealed for the first
Everybody's
time.
a
This
telephonist
plane
now.
here
It's in your
will
pocket.
take you to Russia. The best of the best
That's her
will
job
be sent
class.
into orbit. You may now board your plane and off you plod.
I mean, it sounded believable, right? And why wouldn't it?
Since 2001, where American businessman Dennis Tito paid $20 million to become the world's first space tourist, blasting off in a Soyuz. Tito paid $20
What a haunting
million
image!
to become the world's first space.
This is like out of a nightmare. Oh my god!
Space tourist.
I had
off
like
in
a
Soyuz
natural
space
jump scare reaction.
craft,
Jesus.
Spent 7 days on board the International Space Station.
Horrifying.
Virginia-based company Space Adventures has been offering wealthy individuals with deep enough pockets the space tourism experience, and to date has launched 7 different people on 8 separate missions to the ISS. And in 2004, after American aerospace engineer Burt Rutan's Spaceship One became the world's first privately funded aircraft to achieve suborbital spaceflight.
Would you like an M&M that's been to space?
Richard Branson announced the formation of Virgin Galactic, which hoped to offer a more affordable way of experiencing space travel.
How did bro get away with naming his company Virgin? That's always been weird to me.
Using Bert's follow-up space plane, Spaceship Two. The show even joked.
And we reckon
I always thought that was kind of
2
weird.
years behind us.
So with space tourism being so fresh in people's minds
Virgin
in
Islands?
2005,
I mean, I guess.
was it
I
completely
don't know.
implausible that for these contestants,
Virgin
at this
isn't
particular
first?
moment,
I
that a
don't-
reality TV show would be casting for the first British space tourists?
They boarded a chartered plane where they were told the destination was the fictional space tourism agency
He's
Star,
also like
based
super
almost
nice too.
2,000
I don't believe
kilometers
any
away
millionaire
in
is
Russia.
super nice.
My kid's gonna go and say, oh, the national love.
That's Mark Cuban shit. It's not falling
Yeah,
for it.
not space, man. I know. My mum never
Anybody that has $1 billion
In reality, they
can
never left the
pay
country.
people to say that
they were flown
they're
on a
very nice
carefully
the internet.
orchestrated flight path that would see them circle the North Sea for 3.5 hours before landing less than 38 miles away.
Dude, I guess you could do this before cell phones. That's cool.
Lid Airport in Kent.
You just do some fucking
they've
loops.
landed at Volgograd.
Welcome to Russia.
Having turned out all the floodlights on the runway, there was nothing to suggest otherwise.
A short helicopter
That's
transfer
really
later,
good.
and they arrived at their final destination, Star's training facility, not in Krimsk, but an ex-US Air Force base near Ipswich, just off the A12.
Oh shit, ads right now. Subscribe to Twitch Prime or Tier 1 for no ads. Twitch Prime is free. Just go below the stream and hit subscribe or continue sub and click the... they got the ads.
Also known as Bentwaters Parks, this decommissioned
Whoopsie
1,000-acre
daisy.
site that was once used by the US military throughout the Cold War would for 4 weeks have to masquerade as a Russian space base. If it looks familiar, it's likely because you've seen it before, from films such as Fast and Furious 6, The Numbers Station, and Wonder Woman, to television shows like Top Gear. Bentwaters Parks, with its control towers, ammunition stores, and hangar buildings, is a superbly authentic film and television
so it's like a
location on the Suffolk coast.
However, for its latest starring role, it will need a complete transformation.
Is he hiding his left ear?
It was to be passed off as a Russian
What's
military
going on with this guy's
establishment.
left
The
ear?
production
He's,
team
like,
spared
slightly
no
tilted.
expense in
He's
the
not fooling
makeover,
me.
actually travelling to Russia to purchase food from a supermarket in Moscow.
They had to buy everything from fizzy drinks.
It's just since you guys are subs and not plebs, and they're watching ads, I had to film something for Monopoly Mobile, like the mobile game Monopoly Go. We're doing a sponsor on the YouTube, and they told me because I said I kept talking about getting rich quick and making a lot of money. They said you got to make that clear. It's Monopoly money. You won't get rich playing our game. It's not real money. So now I have to refilm it. And I was like, oh, I guess that does make sense. So I'm going to refilm it tonight after the stream. Yeah. Which is pretty, I thought it was pretty funny. So you'll see that this week, probably on the Palworld video.
To toiletries.
Alongside costumes and other space-related paraphernalia from a local market.
Time to bargain hunt, Russian style.
Meanwhile, an aircraft dismantler back in Essex would provide military bric-a-brac like control panels, jet engines, and surface-to-air missiles that were once used on Die Another Day.
This aircraft junk will go a long way
Why
to
would
making
they
our
do
base
this? Is
look
so
like the real deal.
intricate.
The production team had to be meticulous in their set design, replacing all...
Just lazy ADR it? I was going to do it like Anthony Fantano. So when I say money, I was going to just say
Monopoly.
So I say
Monopoly.
money. But I was like, no, I'll just fill up something real quick. I have an idea.
plug
You'll
sockets
see.
with their Russian counterparts, changing all the signage, and carefully erasing every
You'll
last
see,
bit
I
of
have an
English
idea of
from
what to do.
existence.
One detail out of place and the game is up.
And when they were finished, they had built their own piece of Russia right here in England.
It cost millions to build, but are the Space Cadets going to buy it?
From the moment the cadets' helicopter landed,
Welcome to Russia. People are starving.
A highly choreographed series of events played out.
You are not on the list.
To bring the illusion to life.
Oh my god, look at the sign, look at the sign.
From encountering Russian tanks.
Is that on a fucking tank?
To patrolling
Why?
armed
They're
guards
going to
complete with
space.
barking dogs.
That's not an Alsatian.
To passing through authentic looking
Why do they need
checkpoints.
tanks and military equipment?
The illusion appeared to be holding as they pulled up to the barracks.
That is a real step.
And were introduced for the first time to Mission Commander James Campbell, a convincing actor called Richard with a truly excellent moustache.
I must congratulate you on being chosen to embark on this historic adventure. However, the real work starts now.
Someone is going to go to space.
Sarah Jane described the whole adventure to space as Chessington's World of Adventure times 10,000.
Over the next 3 weeks in the Grant edition of reality shows, they all slept in a shared dormitory as they undertook what they believed to be Star's astronaut training program, where they were told just 4 of them would be selected to go into space at the end of it all.
In the words of Star's mission motto, Eto ni raketströmning.
Over the following days, they took part in twice-daily PT sessions led by genuine ex-KGB hardman, Val.
Hardest man I have ever met.
Attended space lectures and training that was 80% genuine.
Flight director is usually simply referred to as Flight. Capcom. It used to be called the Capsule Communicator, hence Capcom.
And 20% nonsense.
Gravity is like just about anything else. Once you understand it, you can actually control it.
Some by bona fide experts such as Chris Welsh.
I want to hear from
this
that
guy.
guy.
He was Mendeleev. He was a Russian scientist. He was the guy who came up with a periodic table.
And some by actors with a Russian accent.
This was Minsky's space nappy.
New star systems were invented.
Our galaxy is one of a group called the Hazelnut Cluster.
The Hazelnut what?
The Hazelnut
I would just
Cluster.
believe them.
New code names made
This
up.
isn't
Flight
nice.
Dynamics Officer is
I've
Fido,
never been to
Lido,
space.
Knackers, Mummy.
And history rewritten.
An entire city is named after this. As a mark of respect, we've stuffered.
As the days ticked by, the team pushed the boundaries a little bit further
I
every
just
time.
noticed the stuff's monkey.
There we go.
My air pipe is blocked. Excellent.
And apart from a few moments where they got close to the truth,
I look at Russia, it's cold. It seems to me like England.
the subterfuge appeared to be working.
Can you imagine being in space floating around with a wicked spacesuit on, man? Them things cost bucks, I'm telling you.
Even at times fooling the actors themselves.
I actually asked him a question that was a bit tricky. At that point, I thought I was a trainee astronaut.
So how was this possible? Why didn't they suspect something was amiss? Well, the answer might lie in a 70-year-old experiment.
Group dynamics are one of the most powerful forces in human psychology. In 1951, psychologists saw
You think we'll see his left ear by the end of the video?
Manash
I brought a
conducted a
prediction. You
series of
guys
social
cheat.
conformity experiments, exploring how individuals' opinions are
The
influenced
Milgram
by the group
experiment?
around them.
Is that what it is?
Participants thought they were taking part in a visual perception test to match the line on the left
and determine which of the
like the Yoshi's line that I was
three
showing
lines
you
on the
guys
right
before,
is
where
equal
the
to
red
it in
one
length.
was bigger.
In reality,
Was short,
everyone else
true.
in the room was an actor, under instructions on certain questions to unanimously choose the incorrect answer.
Two.
This is you guys, actually. This is you guys. I present a universal, absolute truth to you guys. And everybody just agrees with each other, even though it's wrong. That's what you guys do. There's some bad faith actors in chat that fuck it up for everybody. That's you guys.
75% of those taking part gave at least one incorrect response.
You guys would say two.
Two.
Not necessarily because they believed it was right, but because they were potentially thrown off or yielded to the pressure of the group.
Inspired by these findings, television shows often conducted their own variations
of the Wild
on
bad,
Ash's
true.
classic
See?
experiment.
From this candid camera stunt in 1962, where unwitting participants entered a lift, only to be surrounded by undercover actors who all insisted on facing the rear. To this casting call for a Darren Brown experiment, where actors were told to stand up and sit down upon hearing a bell, to which genuine participants would quickly end up conforming to.
Even though nobody told them to do this.
In many ways, Space Cadets, with its immersive alternative reality, an army of actors in authority roles,
Imagine it's you in there. Why wouldn't you believe it?
was the ultimate conformity
I would believe it,
experiment.
absolutely.
And it appeared to be working.
Dude, I would be so fucking annoyed if it wasn't real. If there's this fake army base with a fake tank and fake dogs and fake experts, why are you here? You're just wasting money.
After 3 whole weeks
I would
of
be
needless
furious.
exercise,
I would
Never
think it was
told me
real.
It was going to be this tough.
65 hours of somewhat true lectures,
If they find out that there's an asteroid heading towards
Thank
Earth,
you, Wallen
might
B.
we be
Thanks for the
called
prime.
upon to try and deal with it?
No.
and a final exam,
I'm just annoyed I ain't got 100%.
all the cadets passed out
You are all now potential space
Oh, they all
tourists.
got in?
in
Okay.
a ceremony that would accumulate with
That
them
would
proudly
throw me
saluting a
off a
Russian
little
poem.
bit. I'd be like,
entitled
okay, one of
Courage
us should have
and
had to
Endeavour.
fail.
Actually, a recipe for Toad in the Hole.
Вам нужны следующие компоненты. 500 грамм хороших свиных сосисок.
And finally, that evening, the cadets that were about to boldly go nowhere were chosen.
First person allocated a place is Charlie. The second person, Paul. Terry. And the last is Billy.
The first stage of the illusion was complete. The second would be much harder. After all, how do you convince someone that they're blasting off into space without ever leaving the ground? Well, you talk to the experts, Hollywood
I was
experts.
gonna say, you
This
do
is
that
Britt
shit
Price.
on a ride.
His California-based Wonderworks are the
Star
leading special
Tours.
effects company when it comes to replica spacecraft. If
So
you want to
everybody
create
else
the
was an
illusion of
actor?
space,
That's
they
even
are the
more
people to build
expensive,
it.
bro.
Their replica space shuttle cockpit and previously
Coney
been used
Jet
in
Space
blockbuster
Force.
films such as Deep Impact and Space Cowboys. Using that as a starting point, they got to work converting
They
it
take
into a
them to
fully fledged
Epcot and
space
put them on
simulator,
missions.
a giant
Didn't that ride kill someone? Am I making that up? I think it did.
screen
Yes,
7
okay.
meters tall and 20 meters wide.
Yeah,
would
you couldn't
provide a
handle
vivid
space.
IMAX-style image
That's
of
what it
planet
was.
Earth out of the front-facing windows.
I remember that because they had a green ride and an orange ride, and the orange ride could kill you.
Space Gym, but not as
They
you know
toned it down.
Huge pneumatic airbags would be
The
programmed
orange
to keep
ride
the
would
simulator
kill you.
moving 24 hours a day.
About a half an hour, I find that I need to get my land legs back.
And during liftoff, a giant hydraulic ram would lift the entire front section of the shuttle.
Gives you that sense of acceleration because you're pushed into the seat. When you couple that with movement, it is terrifying.
And then they needed noise, lots of it, so they recruited top Hollywood sound designer Dean Andre, concealing 40 speakers throughout the walls and ceilings of the set.
This is the equivalent
This
of taking a
music
nightclub sound
is
system
very
and putting it in your bathroom at home.
To create the sound of the launch, he combined recordings from an actual shuttle launch, an F-14 fighter engine,
Combination of 15 to 20 different aircraft in there, plus explosions. We're taking off, the rockets kick in.
I would not be fooled by being tilted back slightly. Yeah, but what if it was really loud though? Then would you believe it?
This is impressive.
But there
What
was
if it was
still one
really
gigantic
loud?
black hole-sized admission from the whole experience. Weightlessness.
They were told they'd be going into a low Earth orbit with an altitude of 200 kilometers.
Hit my
Now,
theme
the
song.
weightlessness
Here it is.
astronauts
This
experience
should
in
sound
such
like
an
an
orbit
infomercial.
isn't due to the absence of gravity.
For,
in fact, at 200
prescription
kilometers, they're
medication.
subject to largely the same amount
Wait,
of
did you
gravity
see
as
his
on
ear?
Earth,
Oh, I
but
missed
by
it.
constantly free-falling due to the effect of gravity alone.
But the cadets didn't know any of this, so they just made it up.
We can tell them what we want.
They were told it wouldn't be a vertical takeoff.
This craft cannot take you into deep space. It takes off and lands from a runway.
And that
Literally how those
is that
awful
it's
3D rides
unlikely
in
you'll
Universal were.
experience
The one where Vin
weightlessness.
Diesel is clapping
Because
for
free
you at the end.
AGGs, or artificial
Hey,
gravity
you did a
generators,
great
would
job.
kick in upon entering orbit.
Wait, didn't Vin Diesel get canceled? Is he gonna get removed from that ride? That seems like it would be a lot of work. They would just kill the ride. Never mind.
But he is like just about any.
Canceled for what? Some allegations. There were some allegations about Vin Diesel. Did you guys not see that? Sexual assault. Yes, that one. Yeah.
Anything else. Once you understand it, you can actually control it. So it
Yeah.
can be overcome. and
It
can
was
be
weird because I
recreated.
saw it for one day. Not canceled, accused of sexual. You know what I mean? But it was. I saw it for one day and nothing after.
So that's how they counteract weightlessness.
Did you take his case
with
as a
the-
lawyer? No. And I didn't say I work pro bono either. Because I know that's your next question.
The anti-gravity generators, 3 of them.
It was weird because
And
I
they
only
bought
saw
it.
that one
You could
thing
have said
about
the anti-gravity generators were run by miniaturized hamsters. Bring it on. Whatever you've got, we'll believe.
Tonight on Space Cadets, we attempt to launch Paul, Billy, Kerry, and actor Charlie into space.
After 5 shows covering the cadets' training,
It's weird
it was
how
finally time for the event
simultaneously
that
funny
everyone had been
and
waiting
unfunny the
for.
British
It's a
are.
nice night for a shuttle launch, I think
I
you'll
guess
agree.
that's true of Americans.
Launch night.
Behind the scenes, a year's worth of preparation had taken things to this point. The cadets had been living a lie for more than 3
I guess that's
weeks,
true of
and
anybody.
no one really knew if it would work or not. So the illusion for the chosen
Name 3 funny British things. Carrot in a box. This idea. Maybe not the execution, but the idea. And that guy who bangs the drum at the soccer games.
3 had to step up a gear.
Having given a fake
Come
press
on,
conference to a
England.
current journalist.
English soccer chants in general. Let's say that.
Like any history making
Ricky Gervais, shut up.
space tourists might expect.
What do you plan to say?
One small step for reality TV, one giant leap for a Bristol boy. That was going to be mine.
They were then given a backstage tour of the shuttle hangar they'd be blasting off from the next day.
Oh my god!
More smoke and mirrors, in this case literally to disguise the fact there wasn't actually a real
The
spacecraft
guy who's
for them
in
to see,
the bath,
making do with a hastily
getting
assembled
petrol.
nose
That
cone
guy's
and some
funny.
movie magic special effects.
Oh, this is movie stuff. It looks beautiful, doesn't it?
Before a final short visit in a slightly Truman Show-esque sequence to Mission Control.
This is Mission Control.
A genuine operations room from the Cold War that had been dressed with props, actors,
Fido, Dido, Lido, Nakas is over there.
I want one of those so bad for my stream, even if it's just a prop. If I ever hit it big, I would absolutely get a big-ass house, like a mansion, and put it in a control room for nothing.
And this chap is your
Fill
money.
it up with people
even sound
pretending to
designer
work.
Dean Andre in a
Cut
lab
to
coat.
it during stream.
To play the role of Capcom.
Just be like, let's see how the team's doing. Never say what the team's up to. They're just sitting in there all the time. I want a
Video
command
diaries
center
captured
so
the
bad.
tangible excitement in the hours before they thought they were going into space.
Stream control, yeah.
Oh my god.
Mayday, mayday, mayday.
Real name.
Whilst
Abort,
viewers at
pivot
home
to
felt a
salty
slight
bed.
pang of guilt that it was all a lie.
This time tomorrow, I might be in space.
But we were too wrapped up in whether it was even possible.
Editors and mods.
All that was left was for the cadets to suit up,
You're nice people.
say goodbye to their friends, and make the transfer to what
Cody, it's
they
a code red.
believed
You
was
needed to
Earth
pivot to
Orbiter
Pikmin
1.
2. Abort. No, ignore that message. Ignore that mission. Miscommunication.
British astronauts.
It's never time for Pikmin 2.
For such an expensive hoax, the game could have been blown on the smallest possible detail, and it almost was.
Upon entering the simulator, Carrie almost
Can't you just get a clip of a control room to cut to? You know, is it weird that I didn't even think of that? I didn't even think of that as a possibility. I thought I needed a real control room populated by real people. I literally could just have a bit where I cut to a video. I'm going to do that.
kicked the
That's
curtain
gonna
down,
be the new
revealing
thing.
the whole thing.
If that curtain had just moved, and the whole thing would have been blown.
Here we go.
Why didn't that come to me? I don't-
3,
Should have kept that to yourself.
1,
Oh my god,
0.
But
I
the
didn't even think of
problems
that.
didn't end there.
Capcom Crimps, we have power loss.
The hydraulics
Permission
are
to
moving the
post
shuttle,
Plink
but
to take over
inside,
chat
they
discussion.
can't hear a
Permission
thing.
denied. Do not
Could've meant
blink.
game over.
Repeat, do not blink. Permission denied.
Negative Capcom Crimps.
Negative Capcom.
I thought for a while that
Blinkers
it just
put us in
had
great
failed,
risk.
the whole system.
If it wasn't for the quick thinking and improvisation of the
Fuzz
two
are
actor
granted.
pilots,
Do some final last-minute checks to ensure everything.
They are towing us out.
My car's like this in the mornings.
After a very tense 2 minutes, the sound problems are ironed out, and we have liftoff.
Blast off!
We've unhooked from the cockpit. We are going for takeoff, all right?
One of them was like, bro, we're not in space. Just stands up. I'm not even in a rocket, bro. Gets up immediately, leaves.
We're doing 28,000
This shit's
kilometers
fake.
per hour right now.
This is amazing. This is.
I guess I wouldn't know. I would
their
believe
body
all
were
of this, and
experiencing
then
the
I would be
G-force
so.
you'd expect if you're actually launching into space.
No G-force, so you didn't sort of like kind of just sit back like
Feels
that.
especially need to pick up the
We're gonna be
British
jettisoning the solid rocket boosters any second now.
The sound,
But the noise, you know, if you watch a film or something, it was exactly like that.
the environment,
A maximum dynamic pressure has been reached.
all fed into the illusion.
Just easing into orbit,
We'll go
folks.
around the world in 90 minutes.
Even
Coney, quick, it's Vince. We need YouTube
Oh, that's
content.
Vince? Okay.
The dumb British people are not cutting it. YouTube is demanding a part 3 of the Smash video where you post a full Banjo 2 long play.
No. I'm gonna need to see a little bit of proof of that. I don't think YouTube would ever want to see Banjo Tooie. I think you've abducted Vince and taken his phone.
to Charlie was
I don't think that's
convinced.
Vince talking to me right now. I think you're using a Vince
illusion is being.
AI generated.
started to creep in.
Feels like we're still
on the ground.
When Drew says, right, we're in space now,
YouTube
I
does
was
not
like,
want
what?
They
Banjo
all quickly
Tooie. They
pushed
do
to the
not.
back of their minds with this incredible moment where the
First
view out the
video
cockpit was
to
revealed.
get
The
1,000
cadets
views.
looked down at what they thought was the curvature of the Earth for the first
That's it.
time.
It's absolutely amazing. We've just seen the Earth. Like, I can't even believe I'm saying that sentence. We're just so happy.
I just saw the world.
I mean, even if you're not in space, this
It
is
was
kind
a
of a
truly
cool
brilliant
experience.
television moment. This was
It's like
by
going
far
to space
the emotional
camp.
peak and high point of the series.
All the problems in the world just seem minor, you know that? From like,
Did you know that like people get really fucked up and depressed when they see the Earth like this? It's like a real phenomenon. It's like pale blue dot or whatever. But when you see the world like this, it's like, damn, nothing matters.
Yeah, that's what they see.
It's like a real thing.
Like all wars and stuff that's going on, just seems like...
All the social engineering, the simulator, all brought the show to this point.
I think it was Shatner.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a known phenomenon between a bunch of people, but it might have just been Shatner.
Space is the place.
Yeah, it might have
just
just been
seen the
Shatner,
Earth.
yeah.
That was humbling. I'm just so deep within it myself. I know where I am, and yet I don't.
And I'm just thrilled, and I'm happy, and I'm so proud that I'm lucky that I'm here.
The challenge was, having made 3 members of the public genuinely believe they're in space, where do you go from there? Well, it felt as a viewer that the show wasn't entirely sure about that question either.
The cadets' orbit around the Earth will not always be smooth space sailing.
The title sequence teased aliens, and an earlier episode featured sound designer Dean Andre throwing cat food in his van to recreate a meteor shower.
It sound like little bits and pieces of meteorite.
As part of an event that never materialised on screen.
My neighbors think that I'm crazy.
I like that. That's a fun idea.
How do you like that?
The reality was a series
Sound
of
people have to
increasingly
be
bizarre
fucking
experiments.
like
Their
insane
opportunity to further
be able to perceive the world that way,
of the universe in which
come
we
up with those
From making
ways to make
balloon animals
noises.
while wearing gloves to seeing if fruit could power a fax machine.
How do you
in
even
space.
see the world? You gotta be an artist.
Negative, we do not have a wire long enough.
As the hours and days ticked by, actors Charlie, Alex and Drew were challenged with staging increasingly ludicrous scenarios.
They're not gonna believe I've done this.
Stretching the fictional mission's credibility to breaking point and beyond.
You're watching Russia's only gymnastics channel.
From this astronaut initiation ceremony
I stand before Uranus, begging for admittance.
to actor Charlie's so-called intestinal worm.
No, I can't look at it. What the f is it?
I'm really scared now.
Sorry, I'm such a terrible actor.
Or most absurd of all, a funeral for dead dog Mr. Bimby.
We are gathered here today in love and memory of
dog
TV
on
dog
board?
star Mr. Bimby. Show some respect, folks.
Accumulated in, yep, you guessed it. The ashes being dropped on the floor and sucked up in a dustbuster.
Don't worry about it.
Suspicions had well and truly been raised.
Good joke. If it's not, I'm really sorry.
Pipes or is it people laughing?
Uh-oh.
Bimby's coming up on us because we laugh at his funeral.
And for the cadets, the only thing that would now eliminate those doubts
I kind of feel like it's not real. Are we actually in space?
would be a spacewalk.
No.
We are in a simulator. No, they wouldn't go to that trouble.
They can't go on a
Previous evening, the host was
spacewalk.
revealed to the other candidates.
We're not in Russia.
We're still in England!
Star is a fictitious company.
And they took the
gonna do
whole
a
experience in their
spacewalk.
stride.
They're 300 yards away in a state-of-the-art simulator.
Did they know that?
No.
Oh, so I guess they picked the 4 dumbest people.
But how
They
were the
had to pick
cadets
those
on board
gullible
fair when it was revealed their historical accomplishment was just a big and expensive joke?
All I want to do is do the spacewalk, and then I can see the Earth from where I wanted to see it.
To prepare for the spacewalk, they entered a capsule that they thought would be moving them away from the shuttle on a robot arm.
It's the culmination of both their mission and, in a sense, ours.
However, they were instead about to be suddenly brought back to Earth.
Now, there've been lots of rumours and discussion about how the grand reveal would actually take place, with many speculating some sort of Hollywood-style emergency. The reality, presumably guided by experts, was far tamer.
Hello there, Billy, Kerry, Paul.
A tape played back to them in the capsule their own suspicions,
Everything feels a bit caravan-y.
to give them one last chance to work it out for themselves.
We could just be in a simulator at the moment.
I knew it!
Oh my god, how heartbreaking.
I knew it!
It's time to come home.
Meanwhile, stagehands transported the pod into the studio. Before the doors were finally flung open. It's fair to say their initial reactions made for slightly uncomfortable viewing at the time.
I'm a little bit, broken-hearted.
You're not actually in Russia at all. That's the
I'm
big-
not even in
You're
Russia, man.
Near Ipswich. Ever visit here as a kid, anyone?
I would off myself on stage. Not so funny anymore. Yeah, but it'd be good TV. People would be talking about it the next day.
Okay.
You'd be in all the
However,
newspapers.
the
They get
swing
their
of a genuine
ratings.
trip to Russia to experience a zero-gravity flight
Be talking about it.
Vomit comet.
We gave them the win anyway.
£25,000 check
How about that?
Yeah, I'll take that.
and the warm embrace from the audience made the pill certainly
True,
easy
I
to
guess.
swallow.
Can the actors please stand up?
Oh, great.
James.
Oh, Rainey, I had that dream
James,
about
you split
you.
your for me, James.
And after a somewhat brisk 20-minute interview to cap off the series,
If you're ever lucky enough to meet them, salute them as the heroes they are. Mission accomplished, over and out. I give you the Space Cadets.
that was it. Space Cadets was over.
The following week, actor Charlie Skelton published this up.
That was it.
What is
Space
this
Cadets was over.
tiny stage? Where are we?
The following week, actor Charlie Skelton published this article in The Guardian as a coda to the oddest 3.5 weeks of his life.
In it, he describes how his default brain position aboard the shuttle was 200 kilometers up because too many things were telling me that to think otherwise. The simulator was too damned convincing.
He goes on to recall how the day after the big reveal, he met fellow cosmonaut Billy in the hotel lobby, who asked him,
"It was real, wasn't it? What we were thinking and feeling?" And I assure him, it was.
I will say, this sounds really stupid, but I've done VR, and that shit tricked me. When you're doing the VR, like if you watch VR, it's stupid, but if you do it, you're like, oh, this is weird. Like, you can really get fucked over by your perception. As stupid as it is.
For Paul, Carrie, and Billy, they all experienced something that only a small group of actual astronauts have ever truly felt.
My reaction after riding the Star Wars ride, it was real.
You've actually gone through things that we'll never experience here. You've known what it's like to believe you're looking at the Earth. I'll never have.
I would fall for this.
And anyone who ever normally goes to a simulator
would.
knowing they're going to a simulator never has that. So you've actually looked at the Earth and felt those things.
While we'll never know if Neil Armstrong ate his own helmet or not, commercially, Space Cadets wasn't a success.
Then director of programs Kevin Ligo the following year admitted that the Hoax reality format was a mistake, primarily because it was so expensive to make.
Yes.
For me, one of the joys of television.
These
one
dumb
of the few
giant
mediums
shit
where
posts are
budget,
never worth
ambition,
it.
Scale, spectacle can all come together.
I liked Opposite Worlds more. I liked Whodunit more.
Really to change the world, but to
I want
launch someone into
Whodunit
fictional
too.
space on a simulator.
The thing is, this is a funny idea, but it doesn't. I think the Americans got reality TV right. Because, like, these guys are all in it together. There's no competition. They're just like, wow, we're going in space, ain't it? Gonna go up in the sky, look down at the Earth. And, like, there's no stakes. Meanwhile, when it comes to fucking Opposite Worlds, they're all fighting each other. Like, there are teams on all these shows. Whodunit is a murder mystery. Like, I feel like the British, like, it's not quite the same.
For no other reason but the entertainment challenge of doing.
What about Great British Bake Off? Dude, my wife loves that show. I don't get it. Everybody is so nice all the time. It's a very comfy, easy show, but I can't stand it. Everybody is so nice and just bantering the whole time. It's fine, like, background noise, but I hate Great British Bake Off.
And in a world today with ever more choice of what to watch, risks like this one, £4.5 million bets to create Russian space bases near to watch, risks like this one.
Oh, I thought I would see Whodunit.
£4.5 million bets to create Russian space bases near Ipswich will likely never be taken again. And that's kind of sad.
You win nothing besides the title of baking champ or whatever. I think you win an apron.
For me,
that's all, or a cake stand or something. That's it.
When it's unpredictable. And it's pushing the boundaries.
What did I just watch? What?
Most ludicrous ideas possible.
What was that? What did he just censor?
Space Cadets was the fact it was even happening at all. The
censored
like
a gunshot of some sort
to see if they could pull it off.
What was that?
And they did. So on that note, the cadets, as Johnny Vaughan once said, I salute you. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
A fun idea for a video, but I don't like the way it was presented. It was a little dry, too not good. Ban them? Yeah, I think you're going to get a few days off. I'll see you on Wednesday, all right? I'll see you Wednesday. You'll miss Tuesday's stream, but... Wait, this got 1 million... Oh, wait, it's a re-upload. I was going to say, why am I watching a video with 1.5 thousand views? I'll see you on Wednesday. Not a bad movie. Just in time for web surf. Yeah. In the push, they make someone think they caused a murder and push him further to cover it up. Oh, that's good. I like that. On stream, we used to watch shitty reality TV shows, and one of my favorites was Whodunit, which is a show where they have a murder mystery, and one of them is the murderer, but you're not really dying. And there are 9 episodes, and it's extremely over the top and stupid. The challenges are great, but they all live in the same house, and every day somebody's murdered. The Butler was great. There just aren't... I wish there were more shows for us to watch, but I feel like we've watched so many of them. The Phone was good. Yeah. When I was little, I thought it was real. I've said this a million times. When I was little, I thought people died in the movies for real. It's like a real thing that happened. It's crazy. Dan Giesling is in it? Is he? He was in Big Brother, I thought. What? He's not in Whodunit. Oh, the Traders? I don't know what the Traders is. My saddest thing about the Coney stream is I watched every single show except Opposite Worlds. Opposite Worlds was one of the best. Because we called who was going to win from the first episode, and he won so easily. That show is so fucking funny because you literally see it at first glance. You're like, oh, the big, giant, musclehead freak man is very strong, but I bet they're going to have some mental challenges. And then he just steamrolls every game because they're all physical challenges. It's just this giant meathead with a heart of gold. This dumb firefighter. Roided out monster. It was extremely funny. Is that early Coney stuff I wasn't around for? It was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago maybe. I feel like we've seen all the good shows. We watched Kid Nation, Opposite Worlds, Whodunit, Majide, which wasn't great. That show was pretty good, but... We watched some MTV Next, but it's a coin flip what episode you're going to get or if it's good, so... Just missed this era. I mean, the best show we've ever watched was Fact or Fiction, by a mile, or beyond belief. So, but you will get to see that again because it's coming up because they have a new season they're making. So, it'll be good. All right. I got to call it a night because I got to go record this Monopoly thing. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I wanted to play an hour of Palworld till midnight, but I do have to record this because we have a sponsor thing coming in. Oh, I forgot to mention, HelloFresh sponsored the stream. Son of a bitch, I forgot to say that. HelloFresh delivers meals to your door that you get to cook. Zero, really? HelloFresh sends meals right to your door at affordable prices, and you get to make them yourself. Delicious. Check out HelloFresh and use my code. Go below the stream, click the button. It's a good way to do it, and you get a discount. I don't know how big the discount is. Maybe we'll hit one next stream. Maybe if you talked about it during stream. Yeah, I forgot. I forgot we were sponsored. But I love HelloFresh. Thanks, HelloFresh, for sponsoring the stream. Great. Awesome. All right. I'm going to bed. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. I think we play Who Asked on Tuesday. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Bye.